That's about right. So I mentioned it yesterday during lunch, but I'll mention it again now. Oh, wait, I need an image. Hang on. Much better. So what was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying anymore. Oh, my poor brain. So I've started recording our streams to put them at a higher quality so we can upload them to YouTube at a better quality. And they're huge. The files are huge. And I don't have enough time where I'm in the office. I literally uploaded for the entire day yesterday, and I only got one of the two uploaded. So I don't know what we're going to do there. I don't know what we're gonna do there. I don't know what the plan is. We're in a tight spot. We're in a tight spot, as George Clooney would say. Well, how are we feeling, folks? How are we doing, beautiful people? What's new in your lives? How's Thursday treating you? You got a good week planned? What's going on ahead in the week? Weekend? A good weekend? We've got a pretty good weekend planned. We've got a yard sale on Saturday, which is always fun. Oh, I need to message my mom. Let me message my mom. Hang on, I need to say that. Boink. Gonna try to go see Victoria on Friday. That's why I messaged my mom. And they're, and then try re-encoding them. It's probably in the files. If I go into settings, I bet you I can record in 1080-60. I wonder if it's recording in 4K. And I wonder if I recorded down to 1080-60, if that would be higher quality than Twitch would give me, but still lower quality. So anyway, I'm gonna try to go see Victoria on Friday. Saturday we're having a yard sale. And then Sunday, I'm actually driving to, well, 1080-60 is the highest YouTube will do for us anyway, without our professional settings, I think. Yeah, 1080-30. And then going to a Pride party Saturday. Rock on. Happy Pride. Gosh, where am I? My brain is all over the place this morning. Does not bode well for our Twig. Does not bode well for Twig. If I'm already scatterbrained, this is going to be an interesting one. My brain is already all over the place. So yeah, Friday, hopefully Victoria. Saturday, yard sale, and then I hope nothing. Sunday, going to Winston-Salem to the church that I helped plant as their worship leader. The pastor that was there is leaving that appointment. And so it's his last Sunday, and so I think we're going to go and surprise him and support that in the last initiative. He's a cool guy. Looks just like Robin Williams. Let me pull up stream. Another thing my poor brain can't remember to do. Going to a local con this weekend. Very excited about it. Very nice. Going to Sedona to volunteer at an aid station for a 100-mile race Friday night/Saturday. First time the boys will be alone overnight. I'm probably more nervous than they are. Whoa, that's so exciting. Well, this thing just won't load. My thought process is that I know that I have the encoder set up for Twitch, but I've never set up an encoder for recording. And so I wonder if that's where we're running into an issue. Do I feel like my headroom is off? Do you feel like my headroom is off a little bit? Do I feel a little like low in the frame? Now I feel like I'm too close to the top. Yes, there are separate settings. I am aware. So I think that is probably what's going on. Imagine that's what's going on. I do like that I don't know if anybody has watched the latest VOD on our VODs channel, but it does look Much nicer. The quality is apparent. Headroom seems okay. Yeah, I like it better now. I think this is what I wanted. This is the right angle. The correct angle, not a triangle. The ads have not popped up. I don't think the ads have popped up. We still have time. Still have time before doing Geoparty. So it sounds like everybody's got a big weekend planned. Congratulations, folks. Enjoy your super fun weekends. If anybody wants to come and do the yard sale for me so that I don't have to, Alex. Alex is the True Colors MC. Yeah, I wish I could change that glare. I know what to do. I don't want to do it. What I need to do is remove the TV from the stand that it's on, put in a rotating TV stand, and then use that, and so that it would angle out and angle away from the glare. But I don't feel like doing that. I don't want to do that. I don't know if you guys want to do that. I don't want to do that. It's a big TV. It's very heavy. And I have already mounted it once, and I don't feel like mounting it again. So I'm just dealing with the glare. I would like if it didn't have a glare, but I'm dealing. I'm just dealing with it. Duck will come help if you give him tacos. That's true. The reality is that I don't even want to be here. I don't even want to deal with any of it because I don't want to hold the TV while somebody else does it. I just want it to be done for me, and I just walk away. That's what I really want. And if Duck's here, then I'll want to hang out with Duck. Just want to be done. Yeah, I could play that, but it's like 20 minutes long.
I just want to be done. I just want to be done with it. I'm tired, boy. I'm so tired of doing.
That's it. All right, timer's up. Let's do Jeopardy. Let's get right on into Jeopardy. Folks, if you never played Jeopardy with us before, we read off these Jeopardy prompts from a daily calendar that I got for Christmas. And you can get points based off of answering the question correctly. Do not feel the need to answer in the form of a question. We're already competing with stream delay. So rather than make you type out what is blah, 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 just answer the question to the best of your ability. You'll get points and end up on the leaderboard if you get it correct first. Apologies to mobile viewers. I'm sorry that you probably won't be winning this one, but maybe, because sometimes the questions are real hard and you get the opportunity to maybe get it. So the chances are there. But we're going to get started with our first one. The category is word origins, and the points that it is worth is our maximum amount of points, 2,000 points. 2,000 points on the board. Word origins. The answer: leather chaps are named for this thorny southwest brush they are designed to protect you from. Leather chaps are named for this thorny southwest brush they are designed to protect you from. It is not the cactus. This is a tough one. I'm going to put a timer on because this one's really hard. I don't think you guys are going to get it. If you get it, somebody will just be real smart. Honestly, I'm thinking it's probably, if anybody's going to get it, it's more likely to be our West Coast friends. Because it sounds like something in the Southwest. Wow, Wizened! Not Southwest, but Midwest. Chats in the clap for Wizened, pulling out a strange word. It is indeed the chaparral brush. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. Coming in clutch, Wizened. I thought maybe it would be one of our Arizonites. What's up, Fluffy? Welcome in. I couldn't think of it. I've never heard that word either. Cam. Wizen, welcome to the board. Coming in strong with 2,000 points right from the get-go. All right. A dumb Yankee, so what do I know? Well, I'm a Southeasterner, and I've never even heard of it. Never even heard of it. Thank you for the follow, Fluffy. Welcome to Checkpoint Church. Church Nerds, Geeks, and Gamers. Thought you were already following. Welcome in. Yeah, fully never heard of that. Indeed. Our Southeastern, we have no idea. All right. Next up, another Jeopardy prompt. This is Final Jeopardy, so we're going to leave it up to RNGesus. Okay, Google. Pick a number between 1 and 20. We'll multiply it by 100. 1,300. 1,300 points. 1,300 points. The category is fatherly nicknames. Fatherly nicknames. The answer: father of the Continental Congress, also father of the stove. Father of the Continental Congress, also father of the stove. It is a person. It is a person. Congratulations. Indeed, Wizen, it is Benjamin. Benjamin. Congratulations to Wizen. Racking up the points today. A sweep. A regular old sweep. All right, our top three. Our top three on the board as of this stream are: third place, Stained Glass Rebel with 4,600 points. Second place is Sneaky Pigs with 8,500 points. And first place is Zando Calrissian with 9,500 points. Chats in the clap for all our participants. Thank you for playing along with Jeopardy. We love Jeopardy here, folks. Always fun stuff. Appreciate ya. Let me see. Catch up with the chat real fast before we get into Jeopardy, because I know we're going quick today. We're going real quick today. Most of our Arizonites are sleeping. That's true. This was a bad question to ask during the time where we're like it's 7 a.m. over there. Flubby says, I heard Southeastern and got excited. I go to Southern Baptist School. Rock on. Yeah, definitely that neck of the woods. I'm in North Carolina, so we're in that fell swoop of a lot of Bible colleges here in the Bible Belt. A lot of seminaries going on around here. Texas. This is Mayfly, Texas. Yeah, you're in North Carolina as well. Congrats. Welcome. Charlotte area. We love NC. We stan NC here. For some reason, our hot pockets are North Carolina, Ohio, Arizona, and now Texas. We're really starting to pop off in Texas with Mayfly and Cam here. We got some Texans up in these parts. We're going to talk about things on Twig. That's right. Perry is going to be our special guest on Twig here in just a moment once I catch up with chat. God grant my strength. Yep. Truly couldn't think of any founding fathers other than Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. Texas hype represent. Yep. Well, we love it. We love it. We love it. Folks, we're going to get into Twig. For those of you that have never been a part of Twig, Twig is an interactive live news show that we do every single week here on Thursdays. I would encourage you to stay in the chat. Don't feel like you got to hop out. This is not a pod race. This is not a podcast recording that you have to hop out for. Instead, we want you to stay, engage with the chat, be a part of the conversation. Don't feel like you have to be quiet or keep the chat still. Be engaged with the conversation. Really on fire here in New Jersey, not with people at TBT. Just feels like the city's on fire. Aw. Yeah, I didn't put that in our news because it wasn't inherently geekly news. But folks, the planet is on fire, and it's a hard time. Pray for it. Pray for us, and not only pray for us, as in like just pray, but also pray for action to be done, for us to take care and to be the hands and feet of Christ, not only for other people, but also for this wonderful planet that we've been given. Already been here at work for 1.5 hours, so I don't know what the other Arizona people are doing. Yep, preach, Sneaky. I've been up for a long time, too. All right. With that, let me go find Perry, get everything queued up. I would say either secret room or level 2 chat room. Either one works for me, Perry. I guess if you want to do level 2, that's technically more limited. Just woke up an hour ago, but that was 9 a.m. for me. Yeah, I've been up since... I've actually been up since 6:30 this morning, which was pretty late. That's pretty late. I'm normally up at like 4:30 or 5. So I'll take it. I'll take 6 o'clock all the way to the bank. And Perry, whenever you turn your camera on, it will it'll auto feed into the Twig overlay here. It should anyway. Lord willing. Lord willing. Oh, it's on secret room. Hang on. Boom. Oh, or it'll just do it. Camera or no. All right, everybody say bye, Spoofy. Bye, Spoofy. All right, currently we are hearing nothing from you.
Yeah, I was on mute. I wasn't sure if you want me coming through yet. You getting sound now?
Oh, yeah. Yep, let's do that.
Right.
Let's do those sound tests. Get everything good.
Test. Looks
like you're getting close. Let me see if I've got you turned down here. No, I've got you up. Okay. Let's keep
All right.
it up a little bit.
Want me to keep talking? I'll keep talking.
Yep.
Talking about stuff, talking about things. Talking about stuff. You matter. We matter.
Folks in the chat, let me know how it sounds. If everything sounds good, then we'll go ahead and get going. Assuming that everything is kosher. It looks like we're hitting our mark pretty well, but I want to make sure you're not peeking.
All right.
Anybody
I'll
else?
keep talking. Saying
Barry's
things.
louder than I am. That is the conundrum, isn't it? Because I keep my voice.
Oh no.
Let's crank it down by half.
no.
Keep talking. Let's see.
All right. Talking. Still talking. Still saying words. Lots of words. Words for days and days.
What's weird is your video is lagging on OBS.
I can see that.
But
I can see
not
that.
in Discord.
Weird. Yeah, on Discord it looks fine, but yeah, I'm seeing. I just pulled stream up just to see what chat was saying, and
Let's just
it
make
was
a
a
new
little weird.
channel because that's not going to do.
all right. Just gonna keep on saying words until we are ready to go. Trying to keep a safe distance from the microphone. I need to back it up.
Well,
a
there's
little bit.
there's the whole thing. Where is it?
Backing the mic up a little bit, see if that helps. I'm gonna scooch myself over here a little. Do.
The text. Now it's not even popping up as an option.
Oh no! What did I do wrong, mate?
Nothing.
How did I
you
mess
did.
it up?
How strange. It's never
Very
had this problem
strange.
before. Let me try. I guess let's try display capture, and I'll just drag you to another screen. God, that's a headache.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I don't know why it's doing it. Hang
Very
on.
odd. Very, very odd.
Discord over here. So I guess it's a Discord issue.
Cool. Oh, hey, there's me. There I am. Wait, so it actually shows me the right way around for you, but it shows me it's backwards for me. Like my video is mirrored for me, but you're seeing it the right way. Fascinating.
Let's see. No.
Oh,
Are
no.
you entertained, chat? This is just A-level content right here.
I'm just going to be a weird little box. I'm alright with that.
Look, I've definitely got it, Cam. I've got it. It just takes time. I don't know what. So I already had this all pre-set up. There's no reason it shouldn't have worked. It just didn't work. Like, this has worked before.
It's just because I finally decided to do this, Nate. I finally
guess so.
decided to come on Twig, and Twig is like, nah.
Yeah, you're
no,
not
no way,
lagging
Perry.
anymore. It was totally a Discord issue. Discord just decided it's like, yeah, actually, we've decided not to work with OBS anymore. We're just fighting OBS. They made a real Twitch decision.
a real Twitch level decision there, yeah.
Yep. That's relevant. That's very relevant to right now.
Topical content you come to Twig for.
That's right. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Then we're gonna do the intro video, so we'll both be quiet during that segment, and then we'll hop right back in with the chat there. Let's see if I missed anything other than, hey, it's all broken, everything's wrong, all the things are bad. No, Christina's entertained, so we're glad we're at least entertaining Christina at a bare minimum. Okay. Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, before we get started, Sneaky asked, are you going to listen to yourself this weekend? Is that what it means? I listen to all of our things, so I hear my voice ad nauseum. So are you planning on doing that as well, Barry?
Absolutely. Yeah, just
Absolutely.
super self-indulgent.
I love it. Okay, we're going to get started, so let's get right on into Twig. All right, folks, welcome to Twig. This is the Week in Geek, our weekly geekly news show that we do here on Checkpoint Church on our Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Checkpoint Church, every single Thursday, except actually for next Thursday. Next Thursday will be a little bit weird. I haven't decided if we're going to take a week off, or I'm going to pre-record, or what it's going to be, but we have annual conference. If you don't know, we're in the United Methodist Church system, and so we have an annual conference every single year, and that happens to be next Thursday. So a little bit on the fence about how that'll work. Maybe I'll pre-record it and put it out on Thursday anyway, or maybe we'll just skip a week. Time will tell exactly what we do. If you want to find out that information, then you should check out our Discord. If you're watching us on Twitch, !Discord is always the best way to go. If you're watching us on YouTube, which, hi YouTube, you can always check the chat down below, where I'll make sure that all those things are linked. With that, we're going to get right into the show with our first segment. But first, with that segment, we want to do an introduction. So we normally ask people in the chat, what are you watching? What are you reading? What are you playing? And one of those folks that often answers the question over in the chat or down in the comment section on YouTube is actually here with us physically. So we'll just go ahead and let Perispectus introduce himself and tell a little bit about what he's watching, what he's reading, what he's playing over the past week. So welcome in, Perry.
Thanks, Nick. Yeah, I'm Perry, or Ryan in real life. From the great state of New Jersey. I think I'm like the sole representative of the of the Northeast corridor, at least in this spot.
Well, we don't have anybody else that's willing to claim it, I think is what it is. So if there are
That's
other
true,
people that
yeah.
just don't own that part of themselves like you do. Yeah.
They're just not. They're a little more ashamed of their Jersey heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the past week, it's been a good one. Reading. I've been working my way through the audiobook of 4,000 Weeks, which is like a realistic time management book. Which I've been trying to make time to read as an ebook for like months, and finally just decided, you know what, I'm going to try it as an audiobook, and I'm like halfway through it already. So it's been great. Really, it's really been a very eye-opening book for me. So really enjoying that read. Also working through level 2 book club, Grace and Gigabytes, and waiting to get my copy of the Checkpoint book club book, which I'm forgetting the title of. It's the T Robot and Monk, T Monk and Robot, T Robot and Monk. I don't know.
The Psalm for the Wild Built, or a Psalm for the Wild.
Psalm for the Wild Built. That's it. Yeah. So looking forward to reading that with y'all too. And then, so I was reading, watching, had a really good watch this weekend. There's a YouTube channel called People Make Games. They're associated with a group that has their own non-YouTube app called Nebula, which is just for like video essayists and sort of like informative YouTube creators to do like their own ad-free, non-censored, non-DMCA takedown version of their videos. And they did a 2.5-hour documentary, like feature-length documentary on Zaum, which is the studio behind Disco Elysium, and just the ongoing legal and personal conflict going on there that's been going on for the past couple of years. They interviewed a lot of folks who were involved in that. It was really eye-opening, really interesting story. Not conclusive because they're still going through the legal battles right now, but really, really helps to kind of get a sense of like what was going on and how things have been going down for that. And then playing, I've been working my way through a game called Requiem, I'm not sure how to pronounce it exactly. But it's a little sort of like story-based RPG Maker type game. It's been really good. I've been kind of chipping my way through that. Inspired by your game earlier this week, Nate, I picked back up Danganronpa 2, which I'm restarting since I only got through the first day last time, so I'm working my way through that now.
Subjectively, the best Danganronpa, so I'm excited for you. I don't know about if the community all agrees, but it's my favorite Danganronpa.
You mentioned that, so I'm curious to see how I feel about it after I get through a bit more of it. Because the first day in the game is a little interesting, very different from the first Danganronpa. So curious to see how that changes. But and then a really fun one that I did yesterday, actually. My daughter, who's 4, has been recently just interested in games and things like that. She started playing Pokemon Scarlet Violet with my wife on the Switch. But she had apparently asked about like wanting to make a game out of a thing she does with her friends at school. And my wife mentioned to her like, oh, well, your dad can make games. He's done programming before. So they went to the library and got a book on making games in the game engine Scratch, which is the one that MIT put out. Mm-hmm. Sort of like web-based, very like visual programming and stuff. And so yesterday she and I went through the first lesson, did the sort of like intro game, and then she wanted to make her own game. So we made a little game where you're a penguin who collects stars. That's the whole game. But she was tickled that she could make choices about what it was, and then we would just make it work and fixing bugs. And she was just having fun with it. So that was a cool experience. I really enjoyed that. I'm hoping to do more of that stuff.
Yeah, we have a little bit of an ongoing sentiment over on the Discord that we all just want Perry to adopt us. We want Perry to be just the group dad because he does the coolest projects and is always bringing out those cool things. And I love that initiative of taking a book, making a game with your kid who's only 4. That's just insane. That's awesome. So I love to hear that. I am actively some of our things are really well connected, which is unsurprising given that we're also typical life twins. We typically are doing the same thing and into the same kind of stuff. I did watch Spider-Verse, which I will rant and rave about to anybody that will listen. Definitely anticipate a nerdy sermon on that upcoming. I commented yesterday during our lunch on Discord that I could probably write like a dozen sermons on that movie. It was so good. So I will continue to hype up that movie any way that I can and will. But I also, related to the documentary that you're watching, something about YouTube and documentaries has become like a new fascination of mine. And so I've been watching, it's called Psych Odyssey. It's this like many part analysis into Double Fine and how they created Psychonauts 2. And so it's just, there was so much drama behind the development of that game, and they did like a documentary on how everything came to be with that. So very similar, very up your alley. I would recommend it to you. It's kind of making the circuit on game devs right now. So fascinating to hear any game and how it's produced. I wish we had that kind of content for old school Nintendo. I would love to know like how that stuff came to be and the boardroom conversations. Also reading, of course, A Psalm for the Wild Built. Just started that one and excited for it. I'm also watching all of my anime, and of course one of them is Tengoku Daimyoko, which is hopefully going to be our sermon this upcoming Sunday, assuming I'm able to get it all together. But I've been catching up with the anime, and I got so hooked on the anime that now I've started reading the manga. I've bypassed where this season is going to end, and I'm almost caught up with where the mangaka is. So I've read like 40 chapters of this manga in the past week. I'm totally like hook, line, and sinker in love with this manga. It's so problematic. Has some really risque stuff in it. It reminds me of like 90s risque movies where it's like they push the envelope almost too far and you're like uncomfortable with it. So it's got a lot of that in it. So beware of like tons of content warnings in this manga, even compared to the anime. But who boy am I in it for the mystery. And I want to know all the things. Starting with like episode 8, I pieced together one of the mysteries and I was like, oh, I love this, and now I'm like totally sold. So I'll be interested if anybody else watches it. It's called Heavenly Delusion. It's easier to spell than the other one. You'll be able to find the other one based off of Heavenly Delusion, and I highly recommend it. And playing, I finished Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm very sad that it's over. I want to give it like 6 out of 5 stars. It has revolutionized how I view games from this point on, and that's like the way I see it. And then I've started playing based off of RNGesus. For those of you that don't know, you can always follow me on Backlogged. I have all of my games that I want to play backlogged on there, and I leave it up to the RNG, the randomly generated numbers system, what game I play next. And the one that queued up this time was Disco Elysium. So I will be playing Disco Elysium. I've tried this game before. I've already caught up to where I was. I did not make it far in the first go round. So we'll see if I'm able to push through. I'm so curious about it. It remains to be a game that requires so much focus. And I don't really like to give a lot of focus to things because I just don't have time. So that will be the trick. And I'm going to try my best to push through and keep on playing it. But once I do, then I've got to watch your documentary that you're watching. So folks, do let us know in the chat. What are you watching? What are you reading? What are you playing? I already see Sneaky Pigs has dropped, playing lots of Diablo 4, reading Words of Radiance by Sanderson, and watching nothing much at the moment. Rock on. And Sneaky, I will absolutely drop the link in Discord if you'll remind me. I'll try my best to remember, but sometimes my brain works and other times not so much. With that, we're going to get into some of the trending headlines, some of the things going on in the nerd world right now, some of the things that we've noticed along the way. Since it is one of our first episodes of the month, we like to try to talk about all the new games that are going to be coming to potentially free networks, depending on what things you're subscribed to. So we'll start with Nintendo, then work our way into PlayStation, and then work our way into Xbox. If you want, Perry, I can just take Nintendo and PlayStation, and then you can take Xbox, and we'll just clear through it. And we'll talk about some of the things that are coming out in the coming month. So the new games coming to Nintendo Switch Online, particularly to their virtual console system, is we're getting Harvest Moon, which I'm hyped about. Kirby Tilt and Tumble, which is a Game Boy game in which you would literally like physically move the thing to tilt and tumble Kirby around. Mystery Tower, which is also known as Tower of Babel, apparently, on the NES. And then Blaster Master, Enemy Below on the Game Boy Color. I don't know like any of those games. I know Harvest Moon, obviously. I've never played that one. My first Harvest Moon was A Wonderful Life, which we may be playing later this month. Hint, hint. And then Kirby Tilt and Tumble. I mean, all the Kirby games are cute and adorable. PlayStation Plus, the games this month are Jurassic World, NBA 2K, and then Trek to Yomi. Trek to Yomi has been on Game Pass for a while. I did not enjoy it, but I'll be interested to hear if you guys do. Got a real Kurosawa vibe and a good enough experience. I thought it was a little lacking in the end, but the actual build up to the story is really nice, and you may enjoy it. And now Xbox Game Pass. Get into it, Barry.
Yeah. So available well actually we'll add a few more to the right now, because the right now is I think a bit earlier from this month. There's a few more dates that are now here. So right now we've got Chicory, Colorful Tale, Far World Pioneers, the ever popular Car Mechanic Simulator 2021.
I can't stop playing it.
Yeah, I mean it bypassed it. They didn't match up in 2022. Slayer's X, Terminal Aftermath, Vengeance of the Slayer. That was a lot of title.
Yeah, so many
The
colons.
Big
I also
Con.
love that they spelled it incorrectly in this article that we copied it from. I don't think I
Yes.
deleted the letter E. Vengeance is just misspelled on IGN, which is
Just spelled that way.
or GameSpot. It's just so GameSpot.
I wonder if the title got so long they forgot to autocorrect it.
It's true. It's true.
So Slayer's X, Terminal Aftermath, Vengeance of the Slayer, The Big Con, Amnesia the Bunker, and Hypnospace Outlaw. And then dropping today are Rune Factory 4 Special and Stacking. Later this month, June 13th, we've got, I'm going to try to pronounce this, I apologize in advance if I butcher this, Dordone, I'm going to guess.
That's good enough for me. Dordogne. It looks like
Yeah.
cologne, but with
Dordogne.
D-O-R-D in front of it.
It's either Dordogne or Dordone. I don't know. There's no accent on the E, but I'll go with Dordogne. I like that one. And then, sadly, we have a few things leaving Game Pass on the 15th. Those will be Bridge Constructor Portal, Chorus, Man-Eater, Mortal Shell, Serious Sam 4, and Total War 3 Kingdoms. The last one just being a PC exclusive.
Yes. Yep. And folks, I will do my best to remember to post all of these show notes over somewhere on the Discord so that you can access them and see what all these are coming to and when they're coming out there. I see that Cam already typed in the chat. Chicory is fun. We played that on stream. We also played a little bit of that here on Checkpoint, so you can find that on our VODs channel probably, maybe. But that was a really good game. I enjoyed Chicory a ton. It was definitely a contender last year for one of the narrative games, and it did it well. I think it told a good story and was an entertaining thing to watch. With that, we're going to get on to our next segment, which is a Poke Protest. For those of you that missed this news, it kind of slipped under my radar, and I found it after the fact. The Pokemon Scarlet and Violet tournament in South Korea was canceled after the 4 finalists decided to protest issues within their community by using Pokemon that only knew the move Metronome. This move in Pokemon is unique as it fires off a completely random move, making the final matches dependent on chance. The Pokemon Trainers Cup was canceled as a result, and the finalists lost their Day 2 pass to the World Championships. The protest was motivated by players' frustrations with tournament administration, including the lack of in-person events, continuous problems in the tournament system, disregard for younger divisions, and inadequate compensations for issues caused. So, all things told, it sounds like a pretty tame protest. I'm definitely pro peaceful protest, and the way that this was handled, it's kind of hilarious. It's like it's one of those things that all at once you want to laugh, but at the same time you kind of want to be like, well, I also want to take this seriously. But this was a good little backstab to make it to the very last round of this thing, and to have snuck in just by the end of things. The move Metronome that nobody was expecting, to all do it at once and to make it a completely random winner is a pretty good way to stick it to the man in a pretty peaceful way. I do hate that it was almost immediately squashed, it sounds like, by the administrators and by the people behind it, but it made news, so at least we know about it, and it got the word out there. I would not have known anything about the South Korean Pokemon competition without this article, and that things are not going well there. I don't know if this is byproduct of COVID, or if this is just big company being bad, but it sounds like there needs to be a pretty big turnaround there. What did you think whenever you read this one, Perry?
Yeah, similarly, I mean, obviously, when it comes to stuff like this, you want to kind of stand with the folks who are protesting. I mean, I know there's something similar going on with Riot and League of Legends right now. Different issues on that side of the fence, but similarly, players who are very much the lifeblood of these types of events, feeling like they're not being represented well or not being treated well, and making a point to either do walkouts or do things like this where they're making a point to kind of disrupt and draw attention to things. So I'm definitely in favor of sort of supporting what they're doing as the people doing the work for these events and making them happen. So it's a shame. I do wish that they had found a more reasonable way to resolve this than just kind of put the kibosh on it. But I'm glad they did it. Hopefully more things like it, if things like this occur, normalize a little bit, and hopefully we'll start to see some change in these types of events going forward, and a little bit more equity and a little bit more proper treatment of the people who are playing and making these events happen.
Mm-hmm. And it actually goes really well into our next article, in which we kind of talked more about how people are not being adequately represented by the people that they are supporting and creating content for. So Perry, if you want to, I will let you tackle this one. If you want to read that. If not,
Sure
then
thing.
I'm happy to.
No, happy to do it. All right, so next article is from IGN. This is on Twitch backlash. This is the right one, right, Nate? Okay, Twitch's backlash regarding the third-party branding update. So Twitch, the popular streaming platform, is facing backlash and calls for boycotts from streamers after announcing significant changes to its rules for branded content. According to the new guidelines, on-stream logos will have to be reduced to 3% of the screen size. Burned-in video, display, and audio ads will be prohibited. Streamers will be required to display a new disclosure for branded content, with non-compliance potentially leading to an account suspension. Streamers, including Asmongold and the co-founder of influencer network and media company OTK, Tips Out, criticized these changes as being financially damaging to content creators. Twitch has acknowledged the negative reaction and committed to clarifying its policy to better support streamers' ability to work with sponsors. Now, I don't know if you caught this one, Nate, earlier today on Discord, but it did seem like there was already a major retraction on Twitch's part. They pretty much said, we are not going to do any of the things we just said we're going to do, which is, I think, a big win for the people doing content creation and streaming on Twitch. But similar to, I got similar vibes to the D&D walkbacks from, I guess it was late. Was that this year or last year? I mean, time just means nothing anymore.
I have no idea. It was definitely, it was recent, in the last year.
It was recent enough, yeah, but it feels very similar. Like, we're going to do this big new thing, all these new rules are going into effect, you're going to just have to deal with it, and then immediately, we're not actually going to do it. We're going to tweak this, we're going to like make it better, just wait, and then, nope, actually we're not doing any of it. And it's been interesting to see that evolution, and it just happened in such a short time span. I mean, it was within, I think, a day or two of this news article dropping that they've already walked it back entirely. I'd love to understand a bit more of what the thought process was here, especially given such negative reaction from the community, both streamers and the people who watch. I think a universally panned decision. So hoping that the coming weeks and months will bring a little bit more clarity as to like how this came about, and if not this, then what is going to be, what will the changes be? What will the new rules be? Because undoubtedly they will revisit this in the future, and hopefully give a little bit more thought to how they do it before they approach this type of thing again. But glad for the streaming community, because these types of things are really negative for streamers in terms of being able to be in control of the things that they advertise and that are associated with them, rather than just relying on the platform's advertising setup itself. So I think it's a big win for the streamers there.
It's been an interesting back and forth. I think that you're right. It did happen very quickly. But Twitch has gotten good at making these decisions really quickly. They turn things around like nobody's business. They've become like naturals at this point, and maybe that's a bad sign because they're making so many bad decisions that need to be turned around. But I am glad that they at least retracted this in the way, shape, and form that they did as quickly as they did. The reality of Twitch is trying to make it profitable, I think. And I think they're still like dancing around the possibilities there. I can remember whenever YouTube updated their ads policy, and it was pretty controversial. They made a big claim because there were a lot of people that were kind of sneaking in ads without disclosing. And so Instagram and Facebook made a very similar move a couple years ago, where now you have to be super forward about disclosing that these things are ads and that you are advertising to people. And it's interesting to see. I hope they don't walk that one back, because they did walk back a lot of the screen size stuff, the burned in stuff, the display stuff, which those requirements, honestly, I mean, that's just like icing on the cake. The real thing for me that like made the difference is disclosure. And I say that because of gambling. That's one of my big things with like Kick in particular, is like Kick refuses to acknowledge that it is a gambling platform. And people that support it are supporting gambling. So there's this acknowledgement that needs to happen in these spaces whenever it comes to advertisements that is just totally unmonitored on the internet. And so I have a feeling, I wonder how much of this decision was Amazon, how much of this was financial, and how much of this was maybe even some pressure by Google for advertising, that they were feeling some of that pressure of like, you need to watch out because you guys are skirting the rules. And so I think that it goes hand in hand. I think a positive way of looking at this is this was probably Twitch trying to be better about appealing to disclosure and being upfront about things. They just did it in a way that also felt skeevy and like they wanted our money. And so it was a weird back and forth that I've seen between a lot of streamers. It seems like all the streamers that I follow unanimously agree this is bad. But I'm not so sure it was totally founded in money. I think there might be something here. Well, it's all in money, but there is something here that is maybe trying to protect the consumer and the chatter that we're not acknowledging. Yeah, and I don't know. I think that's where I kind of land on this, is trying to see some good in this situation. I'm glad that Twitch walked it back because that helps the streamers. But at the same time, I hope that some of this content got to the attention of streamers that are maybe just accepting brand deals at the drop of a hat. Maybe we don't all need to be supported by energy drinks. Like maybe there's something that we need to say and be upfront about in regards to who supports us and how we're supported and how we're making sure we're being responsible with that audience that we've been given through this platform. So absolutely. That's an interesting angle. I think I'd love to hear people in the chat or more on your take here, Perry, about what do you think about some of the good that came out of this?
Yeah, I mean, I think that speaks to why some things like this are. It's a shame that they kind of go down the way they do in terms of like just the introduction and then the quick, drop and then retraction thing. Is that there's good pieces to a lot of these things. Even when I used the example, that D&D thing from a while back. There was some good stuff in the new license policy that would have been really beneficial to both, Wizards of the Coast as well as the community. The problem was, and this is sort of like what you see when, talk about like, pork spending and like bundling things together and like legal stuff is like, you pass a bill and it's supposed to be about one thing and then there's like 18 other things that get tacked onto it that have nothing to do with that main thing. That's sort of what this feels like. You've got, an intention, maybe a good intention to put the kibosh on something like, basically sneaking branding into content and not disclosing it. I mean, that's a big issue on most social platforms. You mentioned YouTube. I know it's a big thing on like Instagram and Twitter as well, where you need to disclose when you're doing sponsored content. And people get around doing that all the time through really sneaky and not ideal means, like definitely like moving things under the radar to avoid having to, do them properly. And I think having rules around that is important. I think making sure that we don't see things, basically people kind of bypassing the rules of how those things are supposed to be disclosed, so that way people know that they're seeing something that is sponsored versus something that's just an authentic opinion or something like that. The problem is then you bundle that with like a bunch of things that are really like stepping back in terms of like the way these types of things can be implemented. Like it is a one step forward, 2 steps, 3 steps back situation. And now we have none of the positives and now the bad taste in our mouths of having been introduced to the possibility of those negatives. And so, it is to your point, I hope we can see the positive aspects of this come back around in the future. Like that it's not just, oh, we tried this, it didn't work, people didn't like it, so we're just going to do nothing about it. Like I do hope they do something about it. That's just not the unsavory parts, but more about, protecting the people watching and making sure that people follow, legality around these things. So.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the backlash continues and what kind of comes out of it. I have a feeling it won't be much, but hopefully we see some good results out of this and Twitch will make some good steps forward. It's interesting because I think they were making some real good steps forward with adding in vertical integration, doing a lot of different things on their like actual like creator side and creator capabilities. So very weird turn. I think that Twitch makes some interesting decisions along the way, but we'll just see how that continues to pan out and we'll keep an eye on it here on TWIG. Speaking of keeping an eye on things that have changed pretty drastically that may have slipped under your radar, last week we talked about how Grace Van Dyne was joining FaZe Clan. This week she left FaZe Clan. And it's a pretty gross situation. I'm not going to get into the full drama behind it. I've had ChatGPT rewrite it for us, so we'll see what it includes and what it doesn't include as far as the drama goes. But Twitch streamer and FaZe Clan owner Norden Rain Shat and streamer and Stranger Things actress Grace Van Dyne have been involved in a controversy. Rain had been publicly criticizing FaZe's management for exploiting and underpaying long-standing members while signing celebrities with no gaming background and paying them higher. This discussion took a heated turn when Rain leaked that Van Dyne would be signed to FaZe. He suggested that she was signed only for her celebrity status and not for her gaming abilities. The backlash grew after her signing was officially announced. Both Rain and Van Dyne engaged in public arguments on Twitch and Twitter, leading to Van Dyne threatening to leave FaZe. Recent activity on her Twitter account suggests that she may have already left the organization. Again, don't want to get too much into the drama behind the thing, but I do think there is a sense of irony in that Grace last week kind of talked about how she was seeing this as an opportunity to fight back against misogyny and on female gamers, and it seems to have done the exact opposite and instead revealed the ugly head of misogyny that continues to be pervasive in spaces like this. To be clear, Grace was not being signed on as an esports person, but as an entertainer for FaZe, for their entertainment brand, and I think this is where Rain either got confused or upset. To give some background on that, FaZe a couple years back was kind of bought out. They kind of went public, and whenever they did that, they were taken over by a bunch of bigwigs. And so a lot of the original gamers that started it and started as an esports thing are still upset over that decision. Seems pretty clear that Rain is one of those, and unfortunately chose to take his aggression out on a new kid on the block whom he probably shouldn't have done that to. So it's been an ugly thing to see continue happening, and it kind of has revealed our continued need to encourage female gaming, because just because Grace was not an esports champion doesn't mean that that is limited to one particular gender or the other. And regardless, that isn't the expectation that was put upon her and should never have been. So I think what we have here is an evidence of a deep-seated tendency towards misogyny mixed in with the bitterness of finances and things going public. So there's a lot to weigh in here, and I'll encourage you, if you're curious about this and want to know more about the drama, then you're welcome to look it up and to find out more information about it. But this is not drama alert, right? I'm not here to necessarily weigh in on these things. I just thought there was a sense of irony since we literally brought this up last week, and then it so quickly backfired, not unlike a Twitch decision. Thought I should at least mention it so that everybody was up to date on why it would appear Grace is no longer a part of FaZe. Any thoughts on that, Perry, or are you good to move?
FaZe has been one of those things that I've been aware of, and every time I look into it, I just shake my head. So this is just the latest in a series of things that makes me shake my head about that whole enterprise. I do hope Grace finds a better landing spot than where she was destined to go there. Hopefully gets to the point of realizing that vision she has, because I agree. I think it is a very male-dominated space, and it's important that we have a diversity of voices and people involved in doing this stuff. So I do hope that she's able to achieve that vision and finds a way to do it that's maybe a little bit more productive for her, gets to the results she wants, because I think it's better for all of us in that sense that we get a little bit more out there. But yeah, that's about all I got on this one.
Yeah, it's a really nuanced situation, and it's unfortunate that I chose to highlight this last week and it would so quickly backfire. But I hope, like you said, that Grace does make those steps forward towards combating misogyny along the lines of a Pokimane or someone out there who's doing it already, and that Grace can enter that field and continue to put the best foot forward and hopefully get out of this mess as clean as possible. That we're going to move on to our next one. Yesterday was the Worldwide Developer Conference, and so we're going to talk about all the highlights, all the things that kind of were announced. I did choose to use a meme there. That is the one of their people wearing the new Vision Pro, which we've learned costs $3,500, and the tweet says she had to sell everything to get that. And so just the blank walls and, of course, the beautiful beige room that she's in, because nothing else matters at this point. So we're one step closer to that form of Ready Player One. So we'll go through all the things that are kind of happening. Let's just go back and forth here, Perry, so we can highlight any of these that we might want to, but just get through them real quick first. So we'll start with the Vision Pro AR headset, which we're seeing here in the meme. Slim down headset aims to facilitate both virtual reality and augmented reality, priced at $34.99. Vision Pro is designed to operate like a wearable MacBook. It supports various popular Apple apps and will be coming with a new operating system.
Next up is the 15-inch MacBook Air. The new MacBook Air will boast a 15-inch display, an M2 chip, and a 6-speaker sound system with an 18-hour battery life, and is 40% thinner than its predecessor. It will retail for not $3,500, but $1,299.
The upgraded Mac Studio will be getting a significant upgrade, now sporting M2 Max and Ultra processors. Also support up to 8K resolution with 240 hertz frame rates.
That we've got the next edition of iOS 17, which will introduce new features such as personalized contact posters, video voicemails, live voicemail transcription, and more. It also introduces a new standby mode, which will turn the iPhone into a smart hub when connected to a charger.
watchOS 10, the new watchOS 10 introduces widgets and several fitness and health tracking improvements.
Next up, macOS, which will be getting a new game mode for improved gaming performance, as well as Safari security upgrades, and FaceTime integration with Apple TV.
iPad OS will be allowing for greater customization of lock screens and introduce a feature called Live Activities.
For those with AirPods will also be getting software upgrades to gain features like adaptive audio and conversation awareness.
Their Apple Health app is now going to begin asking users standard psychological questions and will begin screening for depression and anxiety.
Missed that one. Cool. And then we've got screen distance feature. In order to help combat myopia, Apple has introduced a feature that will notify users when they're holding their phones and iPads too close to their faces.
That's my favorite one.
It's fantastic.
That's my favorite one because all I want to happen is I want like a grandma with curlers in her hair to pop up on the screen and be like, "You're too close to the TV. Back away. It'll melt your brain, kid." Like that's what I want out of that exact feature. And if it's anything less, I'm gonna be dissatisfied.
This just be the new Siri voice. Is
yes,
curler in her hair, grandma.
It's got to be. I mean, they've already got the like avatars, so they can create that pretty easily. So yeah, that was the WWDC highlights, all the things that came out of it. The obvious highlight that everybody's been talking about is definitely the AR headset. And totally download that voice. We'll make it for you, Sneaky. I'll see what I can do. I'll sit in a booth for 6 hours or whatever and record all the words that you got to. Yeah, it's an interesting turn of events that has taken place. I'm not on board with the Vision Pro. We've had our debate over on Discord about where we kind of land on this thing. I am a known Apple hater. I have had an Apple product. I've had many Apple products in the past, and I left them because I was dissatisfied. And so we'll see how they continue to pan out. I think that the obvious like hallmarks that everybody's been talking about is the price. People have been meaning the eyes. Something that wasn't mentioned in the little blurb that we put on here is that it actually will show you the person's eyes so that you can know if they're looking at you or what they're looking at, or I guess whether they're asleep. I don't know what else you would use it for. And it actually is not transparent. So it's not showing you their eyes through the thing. It's not like it goes hollow like they seemed to imply. Instead, it is a camera feed of your eyes. And I don't know. I just don't like that. I don't like the camera of the eyes. It makes me a little uncomfy, but maybe it'll work out how people want it to. Yeah, the place we've landed on this, it seems, is that this is a professional piece of equipment. I still am skeptical about whether people not will use it for professional purposes. We have the occasional niche group, a la Buish, one of our members who does use this for meetings and things like that. But there's nothing in me that could possibly want to sit through a Zoom meeting with VR on my face. That's just not something for me. So I don't get it, but I think that some people will get it. I think a lot of people will pay this price point because it's Apple. And I think that a lot of people also have iPhones that can't afford them. And so I'm always of the point of like, maybe we should stop doing harm with the luxury brands. But that is really the only place that I land as far as a do good, do no harm, strive to grow. Most of my takes are extremely subjective and biased. So any thoughts on Vision Pro before we look at any of the other highlights on there?
Yeah, I mean, you know my opinions, Nate, from our active and lively conversation on Discord. But yeah, I think I'm probably more in the centrist camp. I have a handful of Apple products for work and personal use. I also have non-Apple products like a Windows PC. I've been on Android before, so I'm not platform exclusive. So for me, it's more about what does it look like it's going to do? What's it going to change? I think probably what I see here is, with VR kind of hitting a bit of a plateau recently, this is probably going to reignite some interest in it. It's going to show a different perspective on it because most VR stuff to date has been so hyper-focused on entertainment, but only to a certain audience. Like there's a very niche set of folks who have been engaged in VR. I think there are other ways to use VR that haven't been maybe as prevalent. I'm thinking about like, job training and more like professional use for it, that I think kind of went under the radar because of the emphasis on entertainment. So the fact that Apple is billing this as a professional piece of equipment that's going to be used for various things, that it's including AR specifically, I think that's been their big push. Is they don't want to limit it just to VR, but also to augmented reality, which I think is actually probably the more interesting of the two techs. Especially when you think about on the job training, like being able to point to a specific thing that you need to do in a real life scenario and saying, go get this thing and attach it to this thing. That type of stuff is going to be, I think, a lot more interesting as it develops. And that's the thing, is like version 1 of this is the test bed. This will be the one where a bunch of people are going to buy it and they're going to talk about how great it is and they're going to talk about all the things it could do. And then we're going to get newer versions of it. Hopefully cheaper, hopefully not that expensive, but we'll see. And then hopefully, we'll see a lot of copycats. We'll see a lot of people kind of jumping into the industry to do stuff in it. And hopefully that'll start pushing the boundaries of it. But yeah, day one, probably not something that folks need to jump on, but year 2, year 3, like I'm expecting it'll probably start to like push things in a direction. They seem to have their finger on the pulse of this type of stuff, so I'm gonna be curious to see if it pans out or not. I do not hope we get a Ready Player One world, though. That is my one. My opinions on that too. So
that's my thing as well. As I have been concerned about people that are just hopping on this because it's Apple, and are just like, this is going to be like the Oasis, and I'm like, it was not a good place. It was not where you wanted to be, and I think we've missed the point somewhere along the lines, and maybe we've gotten distracted. I'm hopeful in the same way that you are that this will be an innovative step forward. Sometimes Apple is on the cutting edge, and sometimes they miss the mark, just like any other company and any other media and tech brand does. And so I hope that this is a good step forward. I hope that this is a positive step forward, and that this is something that is able to revolutionize the business industry. And I'm open to it. I'm open to the possibilities, but I do want to diffuse anybody that feels like they have to have this because it's Apple or because it's a branded product of your favorite company. You do not need this. 99% of people do not need this. Maybe you will want this eventually. Maybe you'll get something like this eventually. Maybe they'll innovate in a way that completely doesn't make sense. But I just wouldn't put your bets on this one. I would say unless you absolutely know that you will use this for a regular work purpose, get yourself a Meta if you really want to play games on VR. And if you really want to see what a virtual desktop is and see how often you'll use it, again, pay $500 for a Meta, try it, and then return it, because you're going to realize that you won't actually enjoy playing in the browser settings. It's not fun. It's too heavy on your face, and you don't actually want these screens around you. It's just as easy to have screens. So we shall see. Anything else that stood out to you from this one, Perry? I think that the health and the screen distance thing is intriguing to me. Fitbit has been doing the psychological screening for a while, so again, glad to see that Apple has finally joined the trend, and that'll be a good thing going forward. I think that we always need people to be checking in on mental health, and especially with just the wide berth of people that use an Apple product, hopefully we'll actually log into Apple Health and do that on the reg, because it is a good thing to kind of keep track of. But other than that, a pretty underwhelming WWDC for me. Just kind of the standard fare of, we've improved this thing, we've put new chips in this thing, we've introduced a few new apps and ways to use this and widgets, but for the most part, those were the highlights.
Yeah. The updates seem to fall into innovate or iterate, and I mean, apart from Vision Pro, it seemed like it was a mostly iterate type update, which every couple of years they go through the cycles. Something gets an innovate, a couple other most other stuff gets an iterate. So I think this one's largely iterate. So I mean, the Vision Pro is the most interesting thing to talk about here for sure. But I do agree with you. The screen distance stuff and the Apple Health stuff is probably the most interesting, but by far not like anything crazy. So
I was intrigued the MacBook Air has an 18-hour battery life. That impressed me. Just because I had a MacBook Pro and it was not that good. Granted, the Air and Pro are two different models, but that's pretty impressive to me, and I'd love to see them maybe put some of that energy into the Vision Pro, which has a 2-hour lifespan. So
I want to see what the actual, like, once people get their hands on the 15-inch, I want to see like what the real life version, because those battery specs are always a little optimistic. So we'll see.
That's true. Sneaky makes a good point. They did seem to really like casually slip in, and we're using the M2 chip. And we're using the M2 chip. Like every single time they were like, this new product will have the M2 chip. So they were definitely a little Sly Stallone there, throwing things in every now and again to make sure that people remember, hey, we have this new chip, it's crazy fast, and you'll enjoy it here. And we didn't mention they actually developed a new chip that will go in addition to the M2 chip into the Vision Pro. So that's intriguing. They're starting a new chip line, the R1 series. We'll see how that pans out. So exciting stuff. Okay, well, be sure to let us know in the comments if any of the WWDC excited you. If you are planning on getting a Vision Pro, don't. And if you are planning on getting the Vision Pro and won't listen to me, then do tell me how it is. And with that, we're going to move on to our next one. This is Summer Games Fest week. So for those of you that don't know, Summer Game Fest is what Jeff Keighley now does over the summer instead of E3 and all the sort of things that he was involved in. And now E3 has died and Summer Game Fest thrives. So clearly Jeff Keighley is the MacGuffin that makes things move. In lieu of, since this has been kind of a long one already and we still have more to go, we'll just go over the schedule real quickly and encourage you to hop into our Discord, where we will at the very least be watching the opening showcase today starting at 3 p.m. Eastern time. We will be watching that. So if you would like to join us for that, we'll be watching it together. But there's also plenty else going on during this. So I'm just going to pound through this showcase and all the things that are happening. I'm going to use date and East Coast time. So if you are not of those times, again, these show notes will hopefully be posted, or you can just go to the website, summergamefest.com probably, and you can find all the information there. The Guerrilla Collective Showcase will be kicking things off, interestingly, today at noon. Summer Games Fest, again, will be at 3 o'clock today in our Discord. We'll be watching it live together, chatting it up in the Watch Only channel. Day of the Devs, which is a yearly thing that I usually like to be a part of. Maybe not this year. We'll see. We'll be at 5 o'clock almost immediately following the showcase. Devolver Direct will be after that at 6 o'clock Eastern. The Accessibility, which is a clever name, the Accessibility Summer Showcase will be tomorrow at 11 Eastern. The Tribeca Games Spotlight will be at 3 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. The Wholesome Direct, which wasn't planning on being at, but probably will, because I love that. The Wholesome Direct is going to be at noon on Saturday, immediately followed by the Future Games Show Summer Showcase at 1 o'clock Eastern. The Xbox Games Showcase and Starfield Direct that everybody is very excited for will be happening Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. The PC Gaming Show will be at 4 p.m. on Sunday. Ubisoft Forward will be at 1 p.m. on Monday. And the Capcom Showcase will be at 6 p.m. on Monday. So those are all the things coming your way and all the exciting things happening. If any of those really excite you, let me know. I can hit the ones that I'm most excited about: Summer Games Fest, Wholesome, Xbox Games, Capcom. Those are my 4 that I'm most looking forward to. And Capcom is really just for Ace Attorney, and it's going to be all Resident Evil, so I really don't care. But I will watch it purely to see if Nick shows up, and that'll be my extent. Did any of those stand out to you? Oh, and Accessibility. The Accessibility Summer Showcase also really excites me. What stood out to you on that list, Perry? Anything?
I mean, all of it. I'm really excited to check out some of the, I guess, the more indie showcase stuff, like Devolver is always going to be interesting to me. The Accessibility one is definitely one I'm curious to check out. Wholesome Direct, for sure. Probably going to be watching them a little bit time shifted, because a lot of that's during the workday for me. So we'll see what I've able to watch live, but definitely curious to see what comes out of it, because, we had a bit of a lackluster start to the year in terms of stuff that came out at some of these showcases. So I'm hoping we can get a little bit more energy and excitement from the next one.
Absolutely. Rock on. Well, Wise and Lemur, congratulations. Go see those Methodist Gaming peeps. Be sure to tell them that we say hello. That's awesome. Maybe you'll see H-Man there too. I don't know. I think he'll probably be at conference office, but maybe he'll be visiting today. That's very cool. Awesome. With that, we're going to move into our next segment of the show, which is To the Discord, where we go to all the things that you have submitted to our Discord, or to bit.ly/DearTwig, DearTwig. If you want to submit news there, go to that link, submit news, and we will try to get it featured on the show. We do have one that's kind of been pushed to next week, but we will be talking about it eventually with the Reddit API stuff. So that did not make it in this show. If you're looking forward to that, anticipate that either next week or the week following, assuming next week is off. But with that, we're going to get into some of the things that we are talking about. First off, Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 got an unexpected trailer dropped this past week, talking about their release date and some other exciting things. So, newest installment of Nintendo's Pikmin series, Pikmin 4, set to release on July 21st, as per a recent trailer. The adorable real-time strategy game comes a decade after its predecessor, Pikmin 3. I can't believe it's been a decade. And features the return of Captain Olimar, who needs rescuing along with his stranded team this time around. For the first time in the Pikmin series, a character creator is introduced, allowing players to customize their own characters, including aspects such as skin color, facial features, and an ID badge. These features can be adjusted at a later stage in the game as well. While there are no pre-order perks for U.S. customers, those in Hong Kong and Taiwan will receive a unique Pikmin-themed drink cover. I don't even know what that means. Maybe a koozie? Despite this, the game, priced at $60, can still be pre-ordered and is eligible for the video game voucher. So if you took advantage of the video game voucher, you can get this as your game. And yeah, that's Pikmin 4. I will be playing Pikmin 4 on stream for sure. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Love Pikmin. And I will definitely at least start it here. I'll probably finish it on my own time, but I was excited to get the date. I don't know if we knew, I think we knew summer, but I don't know if we knew July 21st. So that's pretty exciting. It's like right there, and it's right around the corner. I will probably just be finishing up Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, or excuse me, Story of Seasons, and playing that then. But I'm excited. I think Pikmin's going to be great. I really enjoyed Pikmin 3. I know it was kind of a hit and miss with a lot of people. Same with Pikmin 2. Really, people haven't captured the magic since Pikmin 1 in a lot of folks' opinions. But I've enjoyed all 3 entries into the game, and I will probably enjoy this 4th one just as much. Initial thoughts with ID badge means it's probably going to be online. Maybe. That makes sense to me. I don't know why else you would need an ID badge other than to have an ID. And who cares about the ID in the NPC world? Nobody. It's got to be real life people. So that's my theory. What do you think, Perry? What are you excited for?
I was excited for you. I shared this purely so you could talk about this because I knew how much you love Pikmin.
I'm super hyped. I mean, the dog is obviously the most fun part of it. Getting the new little creatures will always be fun. All the new types of Pikmin is going to be a good time. It's just a fun game. If you've never played Pikmin, do yourself a favor and go find the original Pikmin somewhere out there. I don't know where you'll find it, but good luck and find it and play it because it is such a good one, such a fun time, and I highly recommend it. And if you want to watch us play it here on Checkpoint Church, then if you haven't followed us, twitch.tv/checkpointchurch, and we will be streaming this probably on July 21st. I don't know what day of the week July 21st is, but if we're streaming, we'll definitely be playing it. If not, then we may do a bonus stream. We'll find out. Or it'll just be pushed into the next week. So that is exciting. Let us know your thoughts on Pikmin. If you're a fellow Pikmin fan, welcome to us. We are a small community, but we are proud. With that, Perry, I'll let you read the next one for us.
All right, next one, Wordle Golf. New York Times is launching a new competitive variant of its popular word game Wordle called Wordle Golf. How many times can you say Wordle in one sentence? Similar to the original, players must guess a hidden word in as few steps as possible. However, with Wordle Golf, players will compete against friends over a 9-day period, recording daily scores on a downloadable scorecard. The player with the lowest cumulative score at the end of the period is declared the winner, hence Wordle Golf. The Times has introduced additional rules, including penalties for missing a day and spoiling a word for others. I was super jazzed to hear about this because we recently started talking about Wordle again in chat and in Discord, and it got me thinking about Wordle again and wanting to play Wordle again, and now seeing that there's a competitive play with friends version of this is incredibly exciting. I'm a little sad it wasn't Wordle with friends, but I guess that was probably already taken.
Yeah, I'm very interested
the idea
to see if they implement it into the UI, or if it just remains a thing that you download and do on your own. I'm tempted to do it, but not if I have to do it myself. I'm lazy. Is what I'm getting at here, and so I want to do it, but it'd be way more fun if it would do it for me, and have it all together so that you could kind of compete with friends that you've friended through your NYT account or whatever. You know. I haven't been able to find anything other than a scorecard.
So that might be a way to also get people to sign up for the subscriptions too, because you can. I think Wordle's still free to play for non-subscribed users, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So they could pull Nintendo and be like, you can't even play with friends unless you pay for our account. And that would be a way to connect it in. So we'll see. I think we'll probably try this over on the Discord, especially now that we've officially talked about it here on Twig. So we'll try it maybe under Geek Out or something and do our own little 9-day session and see how it goes. I am playing Wordle every single day. I'm back into it hardcore for the past month. And I'm doing good. Feeling good about it. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes from here. If you'd be interested in playing Wordle Golf along with us, then hey, !Discord. Join our Discord. I'll try and make a little announcement about it here in the near future, and we can play that together. With that, our last to the Discord, Diablo 4 has gotten its official update from Blizzard talking about their sales. Blizzard's Diablo 4, despite its initial login issues since its launch on June 5th, which I think is hilarious that ChatGPT chose to include that because, hey, what game doesn't? Set a new record as the developer's fastest-selling game to date. According to a press release, the game topped pre-launch unit sales on both console and PC, outpacing the sales of previous titles such as Overwatch, Hearthstone, and StarCraft. Between its early access release on June 1st and the official launch, players have already logged 930 million hours of gameplay. Bunch of nerds. Diablo 4, set 50 years after Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, allows for players to customize their gameplay and experiment with skill trees. The game, available in standard, deluxe, and ultimate versions, ranges in price from $70 to $100, and you can also order a collector's box that Kotaku would love to sell you. So, interesting stuff there. I think that Diablo 4 is not my kind of game, but we've definitely seen a bit of a boost in our community. A lot of people are interested in it and want to play it, as Sneaky mentioned in his Play, Watch, Read from this week. There's a whole lot that has been done, and a whole lot of people are playing it and logging those hours, clearly logging up to 93 million hours of gameplay since its release, which is just not long enough. I don't know how you did that, but you did. So I don't know. Are you hyped about this at all, Perry, or are you just sharing this for the community since there are so many?
Sharing it just because it was something I know a lot of folks in the community were talking about. I don't I've never actually played Diablo, but my brother played Diablo and StarCraft for a while, a few years back, and got really into them. So I'm aware of the games. I'm familiar with some of the lore and some of the like meta around it a little bit, just because of that. But yeah, no, I saw that it was something that was really catching fire, and the fact that it hit this sort of like a record for Activision Blizzard here was seemed like a pretty big deal. So tossed it into the ring.
Absolutely. Well, let us know in the comments if you have any thoughts about Diablo 4, other than the fact that, hey, good job. Like, great. We love that this is going well. I hope that you're enjoying the game, and I hope you're having fun with it. And I think the community is pretty interesting. So I know Crossfire has their own clan, so if you want to clan up with them, yes. Crossfire Faith in Gaming is out there. We'd love for you to join up with them and play along. With that, we're going to move into everybody's favorite segment of the show. Hang on first, bit.ly /DearTwig, DERTWIG. With that, we're going to move on to everybody's favorite video. Maybe it's working. Hang on. Oh, no. It's not working. You just got to hear me. Okay, so for whatever reason, VoiceMod's not participating with me.
At this point in nerd history.
Hopefully that worked. I don't know if it worked. Either way, you heard me be ridiculous. So that works for me. Let's see. Perry, I'll let you take movies, and then I'll do games. It worked. Yay. All right. What are the movies that have come out on this day throughout history?
This week in nerd history, 2018, the movie Hereditary, which is great, but definitely not a recommend for everybody. Nope. 2012, we got Prometheus, the sort of prequel, sort of reimagining of the Alien franchise. And back in 2001, we had the movie Evolution, which
is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen the entire thing myself all the way through, but I've seen it's been pretty great. So, and I know a lot of
those really random movies where I had a PS2 at the time, and that was my one way of getting anything in my room. I didn't have cable or an antenna or anything in my room, and so I would leave movies on repeat while I slept on my PS2. And it was one of the movies that I had a DVD of that I kept on repeat. So it's very funny to me that you would say you've never seen this, because I bet I've seen Evolution in my dreams upwards of 400 or 500 times, just an absurd amount of times that I've watched this movie. I have a major man crush on David Duchovny, and so that was where this all kind of started from and spawned from. And the movie's just absurdly ridiculous, probably insanely problematic. I would not recommend, honestly, any of these movies. All three of these movies are for a very specific person, really. Hereditary is incredibly dark, Prometheus is incredibly heavy, and Evolution is incredibly raunchy. So pretty funny lineup of movies here that they all kind of happened on this same day. With that, we'll move into games that have come out on this day throughout time and space. In 2021, I wish that maybe 30 was here, because he would definitely appreciate Backbone. Backbone was first released in 2021 on this day in history. In 2006, this is not really video games, but still games, they released the Nintendo Monopoly over here in the States, where you could play as characters such as Mario, Link, Donkey Kong, Samus, Fox McCloud, Yoshi, and Kirby, but you're playing Monopoly. I still see that for sale at my Walmart. And then 1999, Conker's Pocket Tales, so the Conker story that's not quite as raunchy, released on the Game Boy Advance. And then 1991, Final Fantasy Adventure, the first Final Fantasy game for the Game Boy, was released in Japan. So a pretty cool and exciting list of games there at the very least, even if the movies might have been a bit more controversial. Actually, no, kinda. Same. Backbone is pretty controversial. I don't know if I'd recommend that to everybody. And Conker's Pocket Tales, if it's going to get you into Conker's Bad Fur Day, maybe be careful. And then, Final Fantasy. You can't go wrong with Final Fantasy, but enjoy that. That has been...
At this point in history.
Cool. All right, we're going to move in to our next segment, our penultimate segment here of upcoming releases for the week, things that are going to be coming out in the next week in movies, TV shows. We actually have one comic and then a bunch of video games. So we'll just go one at a time. I'll start with movies, then you can do TV shows, I'll do comics, and then we'll go back and forth for games. So for movies, Ben Kingsley is starring as Salvador Dali in a movie called Daliland. So if you're interested in the art of Salvador Dali and you'd like to learn more about it, told by Ben Kingsley, who is a fantastic actor, then check that out. Coming out tomorrow in the movie Scene. Now with you, TV shows, Perry.
coming up on the 14th, we've got The Crowded Room, starring Tom Holland, Amanda Seyfried, and Emmy Rossum, as part of an anthology family drama exploring the true and inspirational stories of those who have struggled and learned to successfully live with mental illness.
And despite the stacked cast and seemingly interesting story, as well as based off of a book that was like critically beloved, doing truly terrible in the critical reviews. And also, Tom Holland has said once again he's going to be taking a break from acting after this one. So, not the first time that Tom has threatened such a thing, but it seems like Tom is becoming a bit notorious for having a bad experience with acting. With that. Comics, Xeno, or maybe Gino, I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, Xino, is having a comic book compilation. So it's a surrealist sci-fi storyteller who has compiled some of their best works into this one universal comic. So coming out on the 14th, Xino. And then we'll go with games. I'll let you start us off with our first one.
All right. Do you want me just to go through all the ones releasing on the 8th?
Yeah, do that.
All right. So on the 8th, which is today, we have Harmony, The Fall of Reverie, MotoGP 2023, Pro Cycling Manager 2023, Speed Crew, and sorry, I just found it's funny because it's the third bike-related racing game, Tour de France 2023.
And two of them are bicycles specifically. I think it's really strange. Like it's whatever the Phineas and Ferb quote or whatever. It's like it's not weird that it happened twice or whatever, that we got two bicycle games out on the exact same day. Strange. Yeah. Yes, Transformer Rise of the Beasts is out today as well. Some games that came out on the 9th, coming out tomorrow. Cat Souls, which looks kind of like a platformer. It is not Dark Souls, but cats. It looks like a platformer with cats. And then Grey Hill Incident. Then on the 11th is Trip World DX. Looks kind of like an iOS game, but the director's cut, I guess maybe they included more levels. And then on the 12th is Brew Pub Simulator. If you've ever wanted to brew your own beer, but want to do it virtually, there you go. And on the 14th, we have 3 games coming out. Creature Lab, Daydream, Forgotten Sorrow, and Dubium. Not much known about any of those games. Kind of a slow week, really. Not too many exciting games coming out, except for Harmony, The Fall of Reverie. That's really the only one that I'm excited about. For those of you that don't know, that is Don't Nod's latest game. Don't Nod, behind Life is Strange, who will be playing True Colors here as soon as this is done. Came out with a new game. Looks like a pretty emotive storytelling like they usually do with some great characters, and we'll see how it does. I definitely plan on playing this one. I haven't decided if I'm going to play it on stream or what I want to do, if I want to hold off a little bit, but Harmony Fall of Reverie is pretty much where I land. Any of these standing out to you, Perry?
I mean, I was excited about Cat Souls until you told me it wasn't Dark Souls with cats. So,
not Dark Souls with cats, unfortunately.
You just squashed my hope for the day.
We have these every now and again where a lot of games just don't, for some reason, happen right now. I'm not quite sure if it's because summer is like just kicking off, and so they assume that everybody's going to be busy on vacations. I don't know. Or maybe they're all just waiting for Summer Game Fest, which of course is happening today at 3 p.m. ! Discord, watching it together in the Watch Only channel. So you could be there watching it with us. With that, we're going to get into our final segment of the show, which is, of course, our Meme of the Week. The Meme of the Week this week actually comes from myself, and it is a tweet that said, only ADHD, and then it had this picture on it. It is the "you wouldn't steal a car" meme, but instead it's "you wouldn't finish a task." I saw this, I felt it deep in my soul, because I think I was actually doom scrolling through Twitter to get away from my tasks that I needed to do, and it just felt like the perfect little twist of irony. So, you wouldn't finish a task. If you can feel that, my ADHD brothers and sisters out there, yeah. It is a hashtag mood, as they would say. With that, we're going to wrap up the show. Perry, anybody that you want, any place that you would like to send people to find you or to check out your stuff, I will definitely shout you out onto the point if you don't plan on doing that. So that might be one area for folks to find you. But anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, I was going to say I'm writing for To The Point once a month. Also got a Substack of my own called I'm Between Things, which I'm also doing roughly once a month. I'm a little behind on last month's. It's now June, but working through some stuff there, and hopefully some more stuff dropping soon. More to say, but for now, just those things. And donate to Checkpoint Church. It's an awesome place.
Yeah, well, we appreciate that. Perry is our like lead creative in our Discord space, always burgeoning whatever is the new creative thing to do, whether it be working around the house or woodworking, or whether it be creating blogs or Substacks, or whether it be making games or writing books, any of that kind of stuff, putting forward NaNoWriMo. So if you're a creative spirit, find Perry, and odds are you'll be in a good spot. And that's always a good place to be. With that, we're going to wrap this up with our 3 things that we believe are true about every single one of you out there. So if you're watching here on Twitch, be sure to say hi, YouTube, or bye, YouTube, rather, as we close up the show here. If you're watching in YouTube and you made it this far, be sure to click that like button for me, let you know that you enjoyed this one. If you're listening on the podcast, maybe join us next Thursday on our Twitch live stream, or go find the video, click that thumbs up, leave a comment. Let us know that you appreciate this kind of content where we can see it and get that algorithm boosted on up for us, or leave a review. Any of those sorts of things we would appreciate. With that, as I said, we're going to end these with our 3 things that we believe to be true about every single one of you. Whether you believe in God, don't believe in God, go to church, don't go to church, we still believe them to be true about every single one of you. Number 1, that God loves you, like really, really loves you. Number 2, we love you. We want community with you. That's what we're doing here on Twitch, Discord, YouTube, podcast, wherever you may be finding this. And number 3, that you, yes, you matter. You're a person of sacred worth. The world is a better place. Why? Because you are in it. Folks, with that, until the next time that I see ya, thanks for watching. Bye-bye! All right, and welcome back to Twitch. Barry, I think that was like an hour and 15 minutes. That's a long one. That's a long one, but that's okay. That's all right. Look, we're making it work. I appreciate you hopping on. For an extra long episode. You did tell me that you had, no, I don't think it was you. I think it was just a lot of news. A lot of news. I think there was just a ton to say because of the thing with Twitch, and then because of the Apple WWDC. Like, that was just a ton of news to throw in there. So I appreciate chat for toughing it out with us and joining us for that. But yeah, we're going to actually hop into a quick break. And that'll be a good chance for you to pop out, Perry, and then we'll come back with our song schedule. And we'll do True Colors to the end of stream. So everybody in the chat, say thank you, Perry.
Bye, y'all.
Sneaky said I spent 1 hour fixing Perry's screen. Absolutely true. All right, I'm going to throw you guys to a quick intermission. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Friend or foe? Friend or foe? Foe. Why are they always foes? Oh, perfect. It's not beans. It is a little slip of paper. What? What a way to end stream! What a way to end stream! Do you guys want to know what Zando just pulled? Zando, there's only one of these. Out of all of the things in the bucket, there's only one. It was total luck. My friend, you have just earned yourself the exclusive Discord role of Gotcha King. Wow! Chats in the clap for Zando, the Gotcha King. You officially have a new role, a title in our Discord of Gotcha King. Only one. Big stuff. The Gotcha King Zando. We'll implement your role here in the next little while, hopefully by tomorrow at the latest. And wow, what a way to end stream, yo! This is super exciting. Wow. So this would have been 2011. I was cast as Mr. Body in Clue. That was a lot of fun. It's a great show. The second time I had to die on stage in a show. Something about this face people just want to kill. People want to see this face die. I don't know what it is. Yeah, see, they're big old boys, huh? One hitters. We're just fine with that. Oh, not one hitters. Not one hitters. They're not, in fact, one hitters. They are sometimes two. But it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that ring.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I just beat you in Fortnite, master of the mystic arts.
Victory is mine. Kaiba. Does make sense. But I did definitely forget. Oh my goodness! I am so far away from you! Stop targeting me. Off we go into the wild blue yonder. Whoa, 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 whoa! That is a shiny! That is a shiny alpha! Are you kidding me right now? Please let me save! Please let me save! I need to save right now! Are you kidding me? That is a shiny alpha Vulpix! Neo! Oh! What is happening? That is so lucky! That is so incredibly lucky! Okay, that's fine. Whoa! Alright, alright. We got this. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Please don't die. Please don't die. Just the pure irreverence of that clip. Like, nothing that I said there makes any sense at all. Master of the Mystic Arts. Oh, no. Okay. All right, we're gonna sound check, of course. Kaiba. Hopefully this will work out fine. Whew, I mean, that one just tickled me in just the right way. So we're gonna do our song schedule real quick before we get into True Colors. Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, definitely. I see them in your eyes and the maybe a little loud. That's probably fine. It's probably fine. All right. So for those of you that have never been with us for these song schedules, I have asked ChatGPT to write a song for us, and this is the schedule that we'll be singing. And I do this because I think it's a little bit more entertaining than just like looking at this image. So instead, hopefully, hearing this goofy song will be fun. So, okay, we'll do a more official startup here. Okay. So I asked ChatGPT to rewrite our schedule to take it from this boring schedule image here and turn it into a song instead. Had it pick from the top 100 songs on Ultimate Guitar so that the chords were easy to follow. And the song that it picked this time was Just the Two of Us by Grover Washington Jr. And we're going to try our best. Sometimes ChatGPT does a really, really good job. Sometimes it does not do a good job. And so we'll find out what that looks like today. But I hope that you enjoy this rendition of Just the Two of Us by ChatGPT as performed by Nerd Pastor Nate, here to present this schedule for us. You will see, of course, No Wake with Nate is pretty much the only thing that changes from our usual schedule. But enjoy this song, Just the Two of Us. How many of us are streaming right now? Just the 9 of us right now. Just the 9 of us, just the chat and us. It does not do that, but that would be clever, wouldn't it? I see the Sunday sermon calls, and the joy of it all is when the words start flowing through to make those narratives in my mind when I think of anime time, and I want to spend that time with you. Just the two of us. We can watch them if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building teams up to the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. We look for games, no time for tears. Wasted hours, that's all it is. And it don't make no monsters grow. Don't know what that's about. Good times might come to those who play, not for those who delay. We got a game for all we know. Just the two of us. We can unite if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Battling under the night sky. Just the two of us. You and I. I hear the nerdy laughter fall on the Discord down the hall. What does that mean? And it becomes our Wednesday brew, okay? Darling, when the Thursday comes and I see the morning sun, no, I'm gone, but I'll be back for you. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Building sermons way up high. Just the two of us. You and I. I don't know how to end that song, but that's how it ends there. So, okay. All right. Good job, ChatGPT. Chats in the clap. A fun song to play, even if the lyrics made like this much sense. Maybe this much sense. But yes. Thanks for sticking through it with me, folks. Love that song. Love that song. I don't think I've ever actually performed. Most of the songs on the top 100 I've known just from like time and space and history and playing a lot of songs before, but that is one that I've never played, so that's fun. That is a fun one. Okay, we're gonna get right into True Colors. However, I'm gonna turn on Spoofy for just a second, so that we can. And that looks super loud. No, it's not. Just so that I can change around our tags. And we're just going to go right through, folks. We're not going to take a break again since Twig went long. So we're just going to go straight through to this game. We're not going to take a break. We're going to keep it coming. If you've missed out on our playthrough so far of Life is Strange True Colors, it is all up on our VODs channel, which you can access at any point in time. I wonder if you can... Have I put this in? It'd be a smart command. Nope. Okay, well, I might write down to do that. It's definitely on our link tree, so... Definitely on our link tree. If you want to follow and subscribe to our VODs channel, you can do that there. I do post all the VODs of this channel over there, so you can watch them after the fact. We're gonna get right into Life is Strange True Colors. I have everything updated. Boink, boink. Yep. And we're gonna get right into it. If you've missed out on the journey so far, we are an empath. We are also an orphan. We came out of the orphanage. We have some mental health stuff that we're working on and dealing with. One of them includes the superpower in which not only can we read people's emotions, but we can also use them to fire up our own energy. So we're able to take someone else's anger, fuel it within ourselves, and become angry. Sounds like more of a weakness, but it could be a superpower. We did move back into a town with our brother, who we lost somewhere along the foster care system. We moved back into his village, met all of his friends. We may have sent his somewhat adoptive stepson, they aren't married, but somewhat adopted stepson, we may have sent him into a dangerous situation by our own adult ineptitude and unwillingness to notice the danger that was happening. And in the midst of it, we did manage to save the child. However, for some reason, even though our brother called in and said to stop the explosions in Colorado that night, they still went off. And the explosion still happened. The rocks came down. One happened to hit our brother under the chin, knocked him down into a ravine, killed him. And so now we are in a mysterious situation where we've moved into this town with our brother. Our brother is no longer around, but we're still here. And our brother was killed by someone, maybe accidentally, maybe on purpose. Who could say? All we know is that our brother is dead because the rocks hit him, because the siren still went off, even though he called it in. So now the mystery of the game is who called it in, or who didn't call it in, or whose negligence led to this. What's going to be the scenario? What's going to be the situation? We're going to find out together, and you can impact the decisions. So I do have crowd control turned on, so you can make the votes, you can make the choices, and sway the decisions as we go. Folks, an obvious shift change here is that we are going to not be around next week, so we will be off a week. But the week after, we will definitely be hopping back in. So this is our game. We're going to see through to the end. Don't worry about that. However, it is just a matter of sometimes time works and sometimes it doesn't. With that, everybody say bye to Spooky. And do let me know how all the levels go. We are listening to this with mostly no music because it's all copywritten. And that is a bummer. Okay. Let me make sure everything's still on as it ought to be. All still on, all still enabled. Let's get right back into it. I think I did the recap well. What do you think? What do you think, Mayfly? Did I recap it well enough? Does everyone feel recaptured? Yes. Our brother is dead, and we're going to find out who did it.
But did Mac really let the blast go off just to get back at him?
Wait, hang on. We've definitely been through this scene. Do we have to do it again? No! Why did it not save? Hang on. Did it really not save? I don't want to do the Steph scene all over again. Maybe not.
Cape really meant the world to Steph.
Oh, maybe we did. Maybe we did. So what are we supposed to do? Okay. I don't know why we're here or what we're supposed to do. Let's try and go downstairs, maybe? We just had a conversation with Steph and made her feel better by playing foosball with her. And I annihilated her twice, and then she annihilated me on the third time. The game froze. Yes, it did. I forgot about that. Okay, so this was during our brother's wake. We all got into a big argument about who let him die. This is the preacher kid in me. I'm absolutely going to straighten up.
Oh, hey, kid, you don't have to do that.
Too late.
This is Jed. This is our brother's best friend's dad. We live above his
Want to apologize for all of us. We're all grieving, but that's no excuse. It was your brother's wake, and you both deserve better than listening to a bunch of fools squabble.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it's not Mac's fault. I actually don't blame Mac. I think Mac is not a bad guy.
That was pretty rough.
I mean, he might be a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy.
Although it's hard to imagine a good version of your dead brother's wake.
No, there's no good version. Just all of us trying to get through it together the best we can. Wasn't the first wake held in this old building. I doubt it'll be the last. Anyway, if there's anything I can do, just let me know.
I need to talk to Mac. I know he's lying. I just don't know why. Any idea where I can find him?
Well, he helps out Eleanor at the flower shop. That'd be the place to start.
Thanks.
Well, that's where I'm headed.
I feel like I should warn you, though. You might not get the kind of closure you're looking for. If you get any at all. Just don't pin all your hopes on Mac Loudon.
I get it.
Thanks for looking out for me, but what else am I supposed to do?
I wish I had an answer for you. But if
I
you
think
get
it's
a
stone
chance
guaranteed that
before
more
you
people are
go
gonna
all
die.
dirty Harry, swing by the dispensary. Charlotte wants to see you.
I have zero
And one
idea,
more
I will
thing.
say, are not prepared for this game. I'm never prepared for any Life is Strange.
I've been meaning to give you this for the last few days, but I didn't want to disturb you up there. It'll get you through that door and the one upstairs.
This one is the best and worst? It's not good? Or do you mean it's emotionally challenging? It's the worst
This
as
is
far
your
as
home now,
heartbreak.
for as long as you'd like.
What about rent?
What about rent? I don't want to be a freeloader.
Don't
Worst
worry
as far as
about that for
heartbreak.
right now. We'll work out a way for you to earn your keep when the time comes.
I mean, we've already proved to him that we can work at the restaurant.
Thank you.
Give him hell.
I like Jed. But I also don't like that I like Jed. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I really like Jed, and I don't like how much I like Jed.
I have no idea.
Okay, Ryan, I do not trust Ryan.
Him.
Can we just can we just get just that soundbite? Anytime Perry hops into the chat, I can just play the soundbite that says, I don't like Ryan. Just make him feel real good about himself there. Okay. Alex, I'm so sorry. This guy, I should have saved him. I don't know what to say. Hey, that was terrible. You shouldn't have had to see that. I know you're going through a lot, but can we talk? I know it's asking a lot, but I think I really need to talk to you. Oh, I got a lot of messages to check. Oh, boy. Alex, I'm so sorry you don't have to respond, but I just wanted to tell you, thank you for saving Ethan's life. I don't know what I would do if I lost him. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. Why is Ryan the worst? I don't like Ryan. I like how simplistic it sounds, because it's not like mean or vicious. It's just, I don't. Dear Alex, it was very much my pleasure meeting you this evening. I hope you find a welcoming home here in Haven. I look very much forward to our next meeting. Sincerely, Reginald McAllister III. Love that. Hey, Alex, it's Steph. Sorry I had to run out like a crazy person. Excited to meet you for real at the Lantern tonight. You too. Hey, Alex, it's Steph. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I loved Gabe. I can only imagine what you're going through. Please call me if you need anything. By the way, Steph is love interest number 1. Alex, I'm so sorry. Please let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Oh, whoop, Jed. Morning, Alex. Did you get my notes? I'm holding a small service for Gabe at 9 a.m. today. If you'd care to join us, no pressure at all. Thanks, Jed. I'll be down soon. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I mean, everybody gives me bad vibes, honestly. In a Life is Strange game, no one is safe. No one is safe. No one can be trusted. But I will say, I'm trying. It's so hard not to spoil the first Life is Strange. Can everybody just please play Life is Strange already so that I can spoil it? All right, bye, Jed. I'm going to go to the flower shop. I feel like Steph handled texting Alex way better than Ryan. Agreed. Or if you don't want to play Life is Strange, but you still want to experience it, you can experience it with my full commentary over on our VODs channel. Or maybe it's actually on our main YouTube channel. Ryan over here needing something from the girl whose brother he couldn't save. Ooh, true. Not very good emotional intelligence, Christina. Not good.
Okay. Jed said I might find Mac in the flower shop. But I have time to swing by the dispensary if I want.
Okay, I mean, I guess she is stressed. Oh, no, Charlotte asked us to. Okay, can you come by the dispensary sometime? I think I need your advice. Okay, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. I thought she was just saying I need that. Okay. Alex's stuff. Where does Steph work? At the record store? I'm going to the record store, okay. Sorry, Pike. I'm going to the record shop. See what it is about Ryan's.
It's bullshit.
Don't care about you guys. Only care about Steph.
Might be a good time to check out the dispensary. Jed said Charlotte wants to talk to me.
Nope. Steph asked to see me, and Steph is the only one I care about.
Steph asked me to pop by the record store if I had time.
I have time. Let me in.
Steph asked me to swing by. She's got to be around here somewhere.
Especially during Pride Month. And all the time. What's up, hoodie guy? Hoodie guy, best guy.
The breakup section, huh? That's rough, buddy.
What's up, hoodie guy? How you doing? How you doing, my boy?
I'm glad Gabe convinced her to stay.
Me too. Knock.
Hey, I'm glad you stopped by. I've only got a sec, but... Have you talked to Ethan at all?
Is she about to ask us to go to the Ren Fair?
But what you did for me this morning
or
got
LARPing,
me
whatever.
thinking, what if Ethan needs something like that too? Something fun and distracting. Something like a LARP.
Like the one you and Gabe were gonna take him to?
Yeah, but designed just for him and Thanor.
I mean, I like both those options. Good idea.
He'll love that.
Yeah, I'm glad you think so. I need your help though. I want it to be as good as it can be. Ethan gave you one of his comics, right? So, what do you think? Who would the famous monster slayer have the most fun defeating?
Ooh. Ooh. Are we going to get to vote on this together, or do I vote on this? I have thoughts. Let's not forget that someone just died. So I think the undead might be a bad call. I think the undead sounds like a bad call considering someone has recently died, and we probably shouldn't be thinking about death. They both kind of suck. The underworld is not immediately death. I'm going underworld.
Cravius looks pretty badass. Go with that.
All right, then. Oh,
I'm going with underworld.
I gotta get back in there. There's some stuff
I thought we
in my
might all get to
comic book.
vote on that.
Be cool if you could check
I guess
it
that
out.
means it's not that important.
Help me make some calls.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, what are we to do? What are we supposed to do now?
Hey, Haven listeners. That was Phone Tap with their new single, Elephant in the Room. We've got a sweet block of indie rock coming down the pike, but first, a few announcements. The Spring Festival is just around the corner, sponsored by Typhon Mining Company. Admission is free this year, so bring your friends, bring your family. Hell, bring your ex. I'm sure it'll be different this time.
Go help people around town. So now we get to choose between the dispensary and the Mac. I'm not gonna lie, I low-key trust Mac. I kind of... Oops. Oh, I didn't see that. Oops.
Still need to check the flower shop for Mac.
Is it too late? Let's find out. You guys have got to keep me honest because I'm reading the chat and listening to the dialogue.
Hey, Haven listeners. That was Phone Tap with their new single, Elephant in the Room.
I could take a minute to look through Steph's plans.
Comp book?
Down the pike, but first,
Oh. Looks like Steph wants me to do more than just make some decisions. She wants me to play a bard.
Well, that's appropriate. We do have a guitar. The bard, name blank, half-elf, bard, distortion field, or healing serenade, level 1, health points 10. How did you meet Thanor?
Guess I'm in. Let's start with my name.
Okay.
sponsored by Typhon Mining Company. The mission is free
Alto
this year, so
or
bring
Alexandra?
your friends, bring
Alto?
your
I like
family.
Alto.
Hell, bring your ex.
Not
I'm sure
Alto.
it'll be different this time.
Alto is a good name for a bard. Ability time. Distortion field sounds fun, but healing serenade could really come in handy.
I mean, healing is fun. Yeah, I like healing. Especially as a
Healing
bard.
serenade it is. How did I meet Thanor?
Funny. I'm a goon.
A wolf and an ogre walk into a bar. Oh god. This LARP thing just might work.
I love that. I love the immediate regret. Is this a new comic? Time to pay a visit to an old friend. Snap, or should I say an old enemy? You don't belong here, Monster Slayer. I'm not leaving here till I got answers. You won't be leaving at all. No! Where is the Sky Sword? Fine, I'll tell you. The sword was last seen in the city of Carneris. Carneris, but it's infested with were-spiders. All who quest for that sword lose something dear to him. But I'm destined to save the realm of the Sky Sword. Good thing you won't be questioning alone. Alvin!
Helpful.
Okay, that was what I was supposed to help with? Am I donezo? Anything else to be done? What if I just don't leave and me and Steph just run the record store together until we're old and gray? What about that? What about that option?
Still need to check the flower shop for Mac.
Y'all, I can't help. I'm for some reason drawn
Might be
to
a good
Mac.
time to check out the
I
dispensary.
think it might be a first game
Jed
blues
said Charlotte
scenario
wants
here.
to talk to me.
Because the first Life is Strange, I always wished that I could maybe have gotten closer to a character that just needed my time. I'm really trying to avoid spoilers here. There was a character I did not trust in the first game that really, and they don't give you the option, but somebody that wasn't actually a bad person that just needed a better guidance. I'm going to the flower shop. I want Mac truth. I want Mac to tell me the truth. I want to know the truth from Mac.
Eleanor?
I think there's something more to him than just a bad boyfriend
Sorry.
and aggressive human.
No need to apologize. How are you, dear?
Eleanor?
Oh,
Plus, I low-key don't trust Charlotte.
I'm,
My gut. Adjusting.
still just trying to adjust, I think.
Give yourself some time. Change is always hard.
I trust Eleanor. Okay. All right, Mayfly. I trust you.
Is Mac here?
He
still
was
trust
helping me not too long ago. I think he
But I hear
just
you.
left. Can't have gotten too far.
Got it. Thanks.
Now, what was I?
Dementia? Is it dementia?
She looks terrified. I can't leave her like this.
I'm gonna help you with my magic powers.
Okay. Time to figure out why she's afraid.
Is it money?
All my memories are fading.
Oh,
I feel broken.
Eleanor. Oh, this is kind of sad.
How does she hide all of this?
If Riley finds out, she can't find out.
Eleanor, you're breaking my heart.
Thank you, dear. I'll get started on it right away. Just come by with the check whenever you're free.
Who is that girl?
The memory is gone. The memory is gone.
Why are they staying available?
Who is that girl?
How does she hide all of this?
The doctor said I had more time, but everything is becoming so out of order.
Checking everything twice because some of it has different
The
values.
doctor said I had more
Not that one.
time.
Well, no, that was still a little different, wasn't it?
If they know about my condition, they'll make me close this place.
I'll let you know.
Holy shit.
Hydrate. Do Jolly Ranchers count?
It's not just that she forgot what she was doing. She's afraid she's forgetting everything. But how can I help her? Forget what you were working on?
You could say I'm having a bit of a senior moment.
Well, maybe I can help.
Think harder? No. Nope. Ask Riley.
Does Riley
Oh,
know?
you said retrace.
You could ask her.
Oh, no,
Too late.
I can't ask Riley.
I know she doesn't want to, but she needs
I
to.
wouldn't want to bother her.
You need to. Retrace your steps.
Seems like you have a lot going on today. I could help you retrace your steps.
Oh, I don't want to keep you.
Hey. I want to help. Okay. What would Eleanor have done first?
Obviously turn the sign, right? I did hydrate. I mean, is the first thing you would do the sign? I guess that would be the last thing you would do. I could see it going either way. Gosh, I don't know. I mean, I could see it going any way. Is it telling me? Did I miss it somehow? I could see the sign being the first or the last, so I'm going to see if it's the first and try that first. It may be the last thing she did.
You must have flipped the sign to open.
I always flip it first thing when I come in, and then I open my mail. Something must have distracted me.
The phone.
Better. We can do this.
The phone would have distracted her. I do not remember it telling me.
Could a phone call have distracted you?
Yes. I got a call first thing in the morning. But I can't think who it was.
Maybe we can
Was it
find something
Riley?
to remind you.
Must have been Riley.
Could it have been Riley who called?
I think that's right. She called to tell me about a new order.
The one in the fridge.
Goodness. What was the order for?
Lilies. It was for lilies in the fridge. Let me go. Lilies in the fridge. Lilies in the fridge.
Rush order. This must be what Riley came in for. I think that order might have been for these lilies.
It was. And we put the check
Of course.
in the register.
Riley helped me pick them out before she left.
Now we just have to figure out who ordered them.
It's on the check in the register. I got this. It's on the Ersteridge. What? Ersteridge.
The check for the lilies would be in here, right? That could tell us who bought them.
It should.
I'll do another hydrate, but I definitely did. Cheers.
Mr. Jedediah Lucan. Huh.
I believe a werewolf.
Looks like the lilies are for Jed.
Mayfly, is that what it is?
That's
Is this a werewolf
right.
society?
Riley dropped off an order
They're all werewolves?
for Jed.
And Gabe knew that they were all werewolves.
I knew you'd figure it out.
I couldn't have done it without you.
Just ... no. Nathan, werewolves aren't real. I don't know how to tell you this.
Jed must be hosting some event. I wonder why he wants lilies, though. They're traditionally for funerals.
God. She doesn't remember.
Oh, folks, this is your first decision here. Do you want to tell her about Gabe, or do you want to spare her the pain? My 2 cents is do not steal from someone the opportunity to remember and to live into themselves. I don't think you should be hiding things from this person. I would tell her about Gabe. That's my vote. Four votes. Tell her about Gabe. 100%. Hey, thanks for voting, people. 4 votes is awesome.
They were for Gabe's wake.
Gabe's wake? Gabe's wake? I missed it.
Eleanor's breaking my actual heart.
Alex. I'm so sorry.
Hey.
What an awful time for ads.
Excuse me.
She deserved to know. She deserved to know that.
Okay. That sucked. But at least I told her the truth.
Yes, exactly. See, we've made the mistake of not telling the truth before, and it's what caused this whole mess, so.
I hope it's good news.
Maybe I think you're saying that earnestly, but that sounds a little demented. She would find out when she never saw Gabe again. When he stopped existing. No, I totally understand what you're saying.
Eleanor said Mac is nearby. I don't see him here. Maybe at the bridge?
Oh yes, the bridge! The thing that I know how to get to. I think it's over here. No.
I don't get it. Do people just not want ice cream
There.
anymore?
I looked over the budget. If we only open 3 days a week, we'll be able...
The bridge!
How's your progress in Moondrop Ranch? Did you buy your chicken coop?
Macintosh, my boy. Mac, my boy, my Bob. Tell me the truth.
Time to get the truth.
Yeah.
Mac.
Alex.
Okay, that was not the energy
it's not
that
a
I
good
wanted
time.
to introduce.
You owe me an explanation about what happened to Gabe.
Not the energy I intended, Alex.
Costing me my girlfriend wasn't enough for you?
Definitely not the energy.
Now you're gonna accuse me of killing Gabe too?
I'm curious about the Mac line. I can't help it. I get you're afraid. Yes.
I get it.
Yes, Alex.
He died on your shift, and you're freaked. But you have to come clean.
Please. There's nothing I can tell you.
Mac, come on.
There must be
He
something.
was my big brother.
You were out of the building or something.
I can't.
You were drawing you were
Something
coloring a
definitely
coloring
has him
page
scared.
for Riley.
Maybe
Just
if I
say
could
it.
tap into his fear, I could get to the truth.
Heck yeah.
I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
Well, you just push him. What do you mean? Okay, so I gotta go find something for Mac? I don't know. What do I don't even know. What do you mean? I was about to say literally. Let's go find something to push him over the edge. I don't know what that means. I have no idea. There is literally nothing that they told me to
This will get better.
utilize here.
Piratey Peaches
What
is
do
making
I
an
do?
actual profit, remember?
Fine. You were right about
Is it
pirates.
on this
Nothing says
flyer?
festive like
No.
3 exclamation points.
Who can I talk to? What can I do? I know nothing about Mac. What will I do? What's on this poster?
One doctor had me try meditation. I always just
Is it the
fell
wind
asleep.
chime? Is the wind chime will push him over
Wind
the edge?
chimes. The original jam band.
Oh. What will I do? Oh, what can I do? What will I tell him to change?
Nice to know. Hipsters can
His
survive
mom
at this
about this.
altitude.
Do I have something over here?
Tragically, now isn't the time to check out the rest of Haven.
Okay, then we go over to Officer Pike. Maybe Pike knows something. Pike, do you know something about Mac?
Hey, Pike.
Hey! How you holding up?
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
Okay is good. I think. Hey, I want you to know I meant what I said back there. Gabe was something else. He could bring a smile to my face even on the worst days.
Yeah.
How about Mac?
That's what everyone's been saying.
And, when you're ready, I still need to get your statement for the investigation.
I'll be ready soon.
I think I'll be ready soon.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Mac is a liar in that way.
No rush.
I don't think we need to be aggressive. I think we need to be tender. Softly and tenderly, Jesus is calling.
Okay. This is probably the most Haven thing I've seen yet.
Is it the motorcycle?
On one hand, there's the open road and the freedom to run away from my problems.
Is it
On the
Michael
other,
Scott
all
over
the
here?
hair.
Oh, never mind. It's not a bandana. I could have sworn he had a bandana. It definitely rendered in as a bandana, did it not?
I wonder how many fish Ducky's caught in this thing.
He looked just like Prison Mike. He looked just like Prison Mike, dude. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can capture that in a clip. I swear he looked like Prison Mike.
Do I even want to stay here without Gabe? In this state I've never been to before. This town I've been in for less than a week. Not that I know where else I'd even go. Back to the nothing waiting for me in Portland. Fuck. I have no idea what comes next.
Reminder of the content warning.
But I'm
of
not
language.
leaving here without answers about Gabe. At least I know that.
We done? Get out of here.
The park looks fun to explore.
But Mac's not there. I feel like they would have put it close to where he was.
This whole thing is so horrible. Did you see him?
This location gets all the foot traffic. And word around the water cooler is?
Might be a good time to check out the dispensary. Jed said Charlotte wants to talk to me. Yeah. A warning would have been nice.
So I do have to do all three things. Why did they give me the illusion of choice? I want real choice. I wanted to pay the consequences for not going to visit somebody. Fine, we'll go to the dispensary to talk to Charlotte. We'll talk to Charlotte.
Might be a good time to check out the dispensary. Jed said Charlotte wants to talk to me. Oh, sorry.
Who dis?
We met briefly. You're Gabe Chen's sister.
Hello,
right?
Diane.
Alex, yeah.
I didn't know him well, but I could tell he had a big heart. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Is that Ducky's Diane? Is that Ducky's Diane? Wasn't that who that is? She was kind of cold. She was a little cold. I liked that drawing. I liked Ethan's drawing on the bulletin board.
Charlotte?
Alex, hey.
Judd said you wanted to see me?
I just wanted to see how you were doing.
I am staying busy, but I'm just going to say I'm okay to you. Because I'm not sure
okay.
where we're at.
Keeping my chin up.
Sometimes that's all you can do.
How about you? I can't even imagine what you're going through.
I'm not sure I trust somebody that
Honestly,
uses the
I'm
digital
really
keyboard.
trying to keep it together for Ethan. He's hurting.
I hear he's been having a rough time.
He practically just lost a father.
It was
He's
low-key
shutting
his
me
fault.
out. He's never done that before.
Not really his fault. But
Not when it mattered.
At the very least, he's blaming himself. I mean, the truth is he needs time.
Everyone grieves differently. Maybe he just needs some time.
We've been through a lot together. With the divorce and moving. He's never shut down like this. I just can't get through to him. I can't get over the feeling that the one person who could help me deal with the aftermath of Gabe's death
Is Gabe.
is Gabe.
Yeah. It's good writing.
What is this?
An affidavit from Typhon. If I sign, I'm agreeing not to press charges.
Diane.
In exchange for a payment.
Diane.
A big one.
That is shady.
That's so shady. Why would they be offering you money if they didn't do anything wrong?
They say it's an offer of good faith. But you're right. He's dead because of them. And I'd be letting them off.
Are you gonna sign it?
Bit forward.
I don't
Bit
know.
forward, Alex.
I'm trying to put Ethan first, but... What would you do?
Oh.
Do you think it would be a betrayal of Gabe?
All right, voting time. Voting time in the chat. Get to your machines. Vote. Do we take the money? Do we turn the offer down? Money can buy happiness. I would say turn the offer down. Turn the offer down. Seek out the truth. That's my vote, but I will go with whatever you guys do. I mean, yeah. I don't know how much money it is. I almost wish they would have told us. I wish, but I guess that would have dated it to a certain time period. What's up, Chovy? Welcome in. It's going good. We're playing some Life is Strange. 2 votes. Turn the offer down. 100%. Turn it down.
I don't think you should sign it. I'm sorry. I know it's hard, but you can't let Typhon
We're
buy you
getting on
off.
Diane's bad side.
Gabe made that call.
How are
And
things
I'm gonna
going for
prove
you,
it.
Chovy?
I need some time.
Thanks for being honest.
Of course.
If they're willing to pay Charlotte to keep quiet, they're definitely hiding something.
I really appreciate you
props.
stopping by. Feel free to take a
So,
look around if you want.
I need to find something about Macintosh. Is it this chisel?
Charlotte's dedication to her art is so inspiring.
Could it be something? Wait, Ethan's picture. What if I showed him Ethan's drawing? Huh?
I could totally paint that. I just don't want to. These are my kind of discounts. A little steep. But can you really
$1,000?
put a price
We
on a nice
can't afford it.
contribution, Gabe?
What do I do for Dear Macintosh?
And he did it all with one rusty saw and a bottle of gin. Impressive. Wonder what it's like to have I do my drugs out of a glass sculpture type of money.
Played Life is Strange 1, but never 2. This is the newest one. Yeah, Life is Strange 1 is like one of my favorite games of all time. Life is Strange Before the Storm is also really good. It's a direct prequel to the first game. Life is Strange 2 was just okay. And we're playing Life is Strange, technically 3, True Colors. Diane? But you could also play Tell Me Why, which is made by the same company.
Over the edge.
And it's actually free for this month. So if you wanted to go get a free copy of the game Tell Me Why, it is free for Pride Month. Where was Diane? Was she over
These
here?
overnight shifts really take it out of me.
Yeah, my sleep schedule's fucked.
Coffee in the morning, whiskey before bed. Works like a charm.
Tell Me Why was good. Yep, I agree.
The park looks fun to explore.
I liked the gimmick. I was a fan of the gimmick of Tell Me Why.
About new beginnings here.
All the Life is Strange games have some kind of superpowered gimmick. This one is empathy. Life is Strange 1 was obviously probably my favorite one with the time travel. Before the Storm was... I'm trying to remember exactly what you could do. It was something about Chloe, and you could, like, be a rebel. It was a superpower of rebellion. And then Life is Strange 2, I just never really got the power. He had, like, a real superpower. He had, like, telekinesis. Where did Diane go? I could have sworn I saw Diane. Is she talking to Mac? Oh my goodness. They really need a Y button to pull up the last few messages. Where is it free? That's awesome. I think everywhere. I'm not entirely sure. Tell me why. Tell me why. It's free for the entire month of June. I would assume Steam. Okay, I know I saw Diane, but she's nowhere to be found. Are you down this alleyway, Diane? Riley! Oh, I'll go talk to Riley. Hey, Riley.
Hey, Riley. Alex. Hey.
You might be just the thing we need, Riley. Eleanor.
You and Eleanor seem close.
She's taken care of me ever since I was little. I never really knew my mom, but she's always been there for me.
What does she think about you going away to school?
She's thrilled.
Oh, I
think
forgot
she
she's
just
going to
wants
school.
me to end up
Oopsie.
happy.
Never mind, Eleanor. Oh, no sense in guilt tripping, right? I mean, we shouldn't guilt trip. I mean, I care about Eleanor. I feel really bad for Eleanor, but I can't do that. I can't guilt trip.
That's really sweet.
She's the most selfless person I
didn't see your
know.
message in time.
I know having you work with her in the shop has meant the world.
Sorry.
Yeah. To both of us.
Gabe.
I know you and Gabe were close. How are you doing?
I miss him so much. He was like an older brother to me.
I'm glad he had you.
I'm glad he had you.
I like that.
Thank you, Alex.
Encourage the living.
Really.
Yeah.
That fight Mac had with Gabe over your secret meetings.
Don't put it that way.
They were about you applying to college, right?
Yeah. Ever since the first time Mac lost his shit in front of them, Gabe and Charlotte had tried to get me to end things with him. And after all this, I can see that they were right.
Ignored the call, or do you think he's telling the truth? Yeah, I agree. I could go either way.
Do you think he could have ignored Gabe's call? I mean...
Because I don't think he's capable of that.
Do you think he's capable of that?
It's a great way of putting it.
I don't want to believe that, but...
No, say you don't believe it. I need you to say you don't believe it.
I'm really not ready to talk about it.
Who would be? Who could be ready to talk about this? Talking might help? That sounds pushy. That sounds a little pushy. Okay, we're going to do it anyway.
Are you sure?
She going to lash out?
Sometimes talking about it can help you sort it all out.
I'm just not there yet.
Yeah, don't push any further. Don't push. Don't push! Make it clear that you're willing to talk.
There's some stuff I need to do.
I agree, Sneaky. I think she is too good for Mac. I don't want them to get back together. But I also don't think Mac would have done this.
I don't want to push
stand by
Riley,
that belief.
but I need to know more about Mac.
Oh my goodness.
How do I get her to open up?
Down the rabbit hole we go! Again? Again? We're gonna do another one of these?
Guess they didn't feel like painting the mine.
Girlfriend and guy friend. Oh, gal friend and guy friend. Whatever he's saying to her, she's very uncomfortable. Well, this was all around unhelpful, so now I gotta find something to tell Riley.
The park looks fun to explore.
Ah, I have to provoke her? Is that by talking to her? Do I need to try again?
Maybe Riley knows something I can use again.
Thanks for spending time with me.
Nope, that ain't it.
Thanks for letting me.
The gate! It's with the gate. There's something in the gate.
Damn. Maybe there's something around here I can use to get it
Oh
open.
my goodness. The grab-a-toy! Love that. Can you ever pick up one of those and not play with it? It's impossible. You have to. It is as tempting as like slapping something after you've just tied it down to the back of a truck and being like, that ain't going anywhere. Well, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel.
And I cannot stress this enough. Ha.
Rock me, mama, anyway, feel. Hey, hey, mama, rock me. What was the point? I know I didn't go back here just to see a wagon wheel, dude. I know I didn't go back here to see a wagon wheel. Yo. Yo. I don't think so. All right, well, that was not worth it.
Somehow, even after everything, I never had to live on the street. I hope this person's all right.
So seriously, there was nothing to do? Nothing? I opened that gate for no reason? Well, Let us find something to provoke. Maybe now I have to go tell Mac where Riley is. Mac will go confront Riley. I will hide behind the gate and eavesdrop. It's not impossible. No.
We're done here.
Then why did I open the gate, Mayfly? What was the point of the gate? They gave me the grabber toy animation and everything just for me to do nothing? Just for me to look at the wagon wheel? Sing a single line of a Bob Dylan song and walk away? That was the point? Ah!
Too bad I can't just run away from all this.
My goodness. This game is pretty ding-a-dang obtuse.
Get truth from Mac now.
I would
sightsee later.
I mean, I guess in all fairness, Life is Strange 1 definitely had some weird moments. I just happen to know what to do. See if there's anything in the record store. Doubt it. Doubt it. Sincerely.
Hey, listeners, that was Phone Tap with
doubt
their
it.
new single, Elephant in the Room. We've got a sweet block of indie rock coming down the pike, but first, a few announcements. The Spring Festival is
I can't believe he ordered that record. Fuck. The Adventures of Feanor are about to get real.
I'm sure it'll be different this time.
Still going.
Yeah, they definitely are going to have to play some different songs. Not in the record store. Not down the street. Not in the dispensary. Not in the weird gate. We're
I just need to
for
find
like
something I
17
could use
things.
to push him over the edge.
Yeah, I think I knew that. The DLC, you get to be Steph. I love it. Can I go in here? No. Maybe he wants a new hoodie? No. Is there something with Jed? I forgot about Jed. Jedediah! Jed, my boy, my Bob. Jed, do you have some deets to give me? Mm-hmm. Can you give me some information about old Macintosh? Maybe we're on to something. This is like the only place we haven't been, so even though we started here. And Jed's gone. Oh, Jed, my boy.
Hopefully, things around here can settle down again.
Honestly, Jed, super
Yeah.
duper
That'd be
helpful,
good.
buddy.
I bet Gabe would be up here a lot if he wasn't the one taking the pictures. Gabe would
Maybe
have
it's Ryan.
appreciated having beer at his wake. I should put something here. It's the least I can do. Maybe
Not
I
helpful.
can find something upstairs to put on the memory table.
Oh? Do say more. Is that your subtle way of saying, hey, go upstairs, dummy?
Wonder what I can find up here to add to Gabe's memory table.
Our old photo.
You're coming downstairs.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna down now. And you. Clean the dishes. I can't stand. Are you? Hey, who in the chat is a dirty dish person? Who lets dishes pile up? Who cleans them right away?
It's a start.
If you know anything about me and my neuroses, they are clean as soon as they touch the sink. I cannot handle a full dishwash or a full sink. Mix of both, not me. It would provide me genuine anxiety. We've not been upstairs or the upstairs. Maybe that's where Mac's secret is. Never mind, we've totally been up here. Dude, I'm about to look up a guide. I am about to look up a guide for this right now. I have no interest in looking at all these things. I just want to progress the story.
This thing's been up here a while. Isn't that Steph's old band?
Drugstore Makeup is a great name for a band. I have a putting green just like that. That's so great. I don't want to sit in the chair. I'm going to go put that picture downstairs. I'll give you that much time to look it up, Mayfly. Otherwise, I'm going to look it up myself. Because I simply don't have time. If I were playing this game by myself, then I would probably look at all these things. I couldn't. I tried. There's nothing to be done. There's no ability to be done. I couldn't talk to her again. And there was no holding A.
Glad I have something to add to Gabe's table.
Ability on Mac? I didn't see that as an option either. I went back and talked to him too. There must be something earlier that we missed. Maybe this will trigger it. Look at her. Look at you, Riley. I think I did. I don't remember. I'll try that again. Oh, off we go. I will try. After talking to Riley, use your ability on Mac.
I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge. The park looks fun to explore.
I haven't checked out the park. Haven't done the park, 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 haven't done the park.
You're writing a novel?
Haven't done the park, haven't done the park, haven't done the
Since
park,
when?
haven't done the park, haven't done the park, haven't done the park. Haven't done the
just
park. Nothing.
started.
Ethan!
I had
Ethan,
no idea.
you are the key. You're the key, Ethan.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Alex.
Want to talk?
Do you want to talk about it?
I'm fine.
Impressive.
Okay. Definitely not mine.
Never mind. But he now knows that I care. Here's the thing, y'all. It does not give me the option. We're going to try again. We're going to try again. There's no A above her head.
Maybe Riley knows something I can use against Mac.
Thanks for spending time with me.
Maybe Riley knows something I can use against Mac.
That's all I got, folks.
Simple but effective.
Nothing in this secret hidey hole, except for a wagon wheel.
I have to imagine Gabe would be amused to know he made it in the newspaper.
I don't think there's anything else in the flower shop. But that might make Riley talk if we talked about Eleanor some more.
Time to get the truth.
We're done here.
Let's see if I can find a different guide than y'all used. See if there's anything else out there. Okay. Did Gabe make the call? Mandatory. Steph's grief puzzle. Mandatory. Signing the Typhon agreement. Missable. Comforting Ethan. Missable. Okay, it will unlock additional dialogue for Charlotte. You can read his emotions. Ugh. Okay, once you're free to explore Haven for the first time during Alex's search for Mac, quite a few optional choices open up to you. One of the most important involves Charlotte. Go to her shop, the dispensary, speak with her. She'll confide in you that she's struggling with her own grief, helping Ethan, dealing with Typhon, the mining company. Charlotte will tell you that Typhon has sent her a document. It's a super shady deal, but she could use the money to support Ethan's future. She'll ask what to do. Tell her to take the money. What? Okay, GameSpot. Comforting Ethan. If you head to the park, you can find Ethan. You can read his feelings. During this exploratory, you can meet up with Steph at the record store. Come up with a LARP boss name. The name for Alex. Eleanor's fear puzzle. When you search for Ethan at the flower shop, Eleanor will tell you that he left a little while ago. It actually is supposed to be Mac there. Before you can leave, you'll find that Eleanor is deeply afraid. After all that, you'll be confronted with a horribly daunting choice. Neither choice will impact the end of the game. When you finally confront Mac, you'll have a panic attack. Let's go to another guide. But there are a ton of things you can do in this game. Read his emotions. Is there a button that I'm missing? Is there a read your emotions button? What is that? What is read the emotions button? Let's look at settings, huh? What is that? They keep saying read emotions. LT. We're trying that, okay? Yeah, what the heck is that? When did they ever say that?
Everyone's out to get me. Alex.
When
Ryan.
did they ever say that, dude? Ay.
Even Riley. Fuck.
Even Riley? Did something happen with her?
Well, now the game has changed completely. I feel like we could have been doing so much more. Why did they make Eleanor not needing of a reading, and now we gotta read people? Now I know how they feel. Ay. I kind of feel like I should go do Ethan's thing too now.
If he's innocent, why is he acting like this?
Acting? Do you...
No, the
wanna
game
talk
is a
about
terrible guide. It should have popped a cue up in the corner that said, LT, do LT. Hey, everybody, you should do LT. It didn't say that ever.
Yeah, I get it. It's just... if he didn't do anything wrong, why is he acting like he has something to hide?
Mac loved Gabe. Hashtag pride.
He asked me to leave Haven with him. What? Right after the wake. He wouldn't tell me why. But he just looked so guilty. I told him no, and that we were done. And now... I'm scared he did something horrible.
Riley, thank you for telling me.
You deserve the truth.
I gotta run. There's some stuff I need to do.
Yes, there is. We're gonna go
Okay.
comfort Ethan. Move!
We'll talk soon?
Yeah, bye.
Yeah. Whenever you want. Mac trying to skip town is sketchy as shit. I bet I could use that to stoke his fear.
Hey, Ethan. I know about your problems. Let's talk about them, because now I have a magic power that I know about.
Everyone needs to stop telling me it's okay.
It's not okay.
I'm here for you, whenever you need me. I'm here for you, whenever you need me.
Newspaper guy, how you feeling?
This is awful. He was so young.
He must be
Agreed.
reading about Gabe.
Why do you sound like Ewan McGregor? Sounded just like Ewan McGregor. That was awful. He was so young. Okay, now I'm gonna go tell Charlotte that I know about Ethan, I know how he feels. Don't tell him it's okay. Whatever you do, tell him everything is not fine. Charlotte? Charlotte.
Hey. I just saw Ethan. He's a pretty insightful kid. He knows how much you're hurting, even when you try to hide it from him. Instead of trying to be strong, maybe the best thing you can do is show him that it's okay to hurt. That's really helpful, Alex. Thank you.
So, I don't know who here has played Life is Strange 1 and who has not. But one of the big complaints with that game is that Max is a terrible snoop. That
Mac
she
trying
really
to skip town is sketchy as shit.
encroaches on people's
I bet I could use
privacy
that to stoke
in a
his fear.
horrific way. Low-key getting the same vibes out of Alex here. Because, I mean, yes, of course we have this magic power, we have the ability, it progresses the game forward, but
I should make sure there's
advice
nothing else I want to do before I
was a bit
confront Mac.
forward. Hint, hint. Hint, hint, hope you're done.
Everyone's out to get me. Alex, Ryan, even Riley.
I'm glad to know that I'm on his mind.
What Riley told me might do it, but I should make sure there isn't anything I still want to do around town first.
Well, I'm good. Ready.
Okay.
I don't need no
Let's do
achievement.
this. Your ex-girlfriend told me about your plans to skip town.
What are you thinking,
That's
Alex?
not something innocent people do.
God. It's not. I didn't do anything.
I believe you. Believe it or not.
Fuck off! Leave me alone.
Go, Alex. Go, Alex. Oh. Oh, I love that. Oh, my goodness. It's like Twilight Zone. You ever feel like somebody's watching you? Oh, rad. Do they actually have cameras all over town? Or is this an illusion?
Fuck. I'll deal with Mac when I get to him. For now, I need to learn everything I can.
Surely this is an illusion. There's not cameras.
Typhon's always watching. They run this whole town.
No kidding? That can't be true. I want to go back into real world and see if there's a camera there. Surely not.
Mac feels like everyone's staring at him.
Everyone thinks I killed him.
He is there.
They all hate me.
Killed by loser. Oh no, Mac, buddy.
It's not fair. I didn't do anything wrong.
Poor guy.
I saw Mac run down that alley.
Riley?
It should have been you instead.
Oh, shoot. No kidding.
Alex?
Yeah, if they have cameras around town, that's definitely pretty sus. Ooh.
No! What the hell? There are people out there! No, I told you to call it off!
Trigger warning.
I saw the way they looked at me at the wake. They all think I let him die.
I really hope Mac doesn't unalive, dude. That'd be a real twist in the story.
I know why you're lying.
Pressuring. Pressuring? Pressuring. Pressuring? My gut says pressuring. What do y'all think? I'm gonna go with pressuring. I'm waiting on Mayfly because Mayfly always answers at the last possible second after I click. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
Typhon's forcing you to deny the call.
What the fuck?
Don't take the fall, obviously.
I know you tried to stop it. They fucked up, not you. Stop lying for them!
I think it goes deeper than that, but I don't think he's guilty.
This wasn't some accident. I told them you were down there, and they detonated anyway.
On purpose? Why?
I don't know. I swear. And then I get a message telling me to deny there was ever a call. You gotta believe me.
I do.
Gabe and we didn't get along, but I didn't want him dead. And now Typhon's watching me. My girlfriend, she thinks I'm a murderer. My neighbors all hate me.
Not your girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend.
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
I think I can calm him down.
He reminds me so much of a character from the first game, dude. I feel like this is a... Whoa! Hey-o, folks. Calm Mac down. Please go with me on this one. I want to calm Mac down. I want to be there for Mac because nobody was for this character in the first game, and it didn't turn out great. And I think Mac deserves therapy. I think Mac deserves someone to hear. If you leave, he will leave Haven. Don't leave. Don't leave. Calm him down. Calm him down. I vote. Calm him down. Two votes? Yeah! Calm that boy down.
All right, Mac. Come on. You gotta calm down, okay? Dude, stay with me. I know what it's like to be doubted. To have everyone think the worst of you.
No offense, Alex. No offense. That's not how counseling works.
But the truth will come out. I'll make sure of it.
Don't say I know where you
Typhon. If Typhon comes after you, they're gonna have to get through me too, okay?
Being abused by a corporation. You don't know what he's going through. You cannot.
Thanks. I actually feel a little better.
Yeah, well, you learn a thing or two hanging out with shrinks your whole life.
Clearly bad shrinks.
So, what are you gonna do now?
Don't leave Haven. I'm gonna get to the truth.
Yeah, we are. Obvious, you guys. Jed and Diane are werewolves.
Hey. Yeah, it's... Can we talk?
Ryan.
Where are you?
Ryan. Ryan. I don't trust you, Ryan. I don't trust you. Buddy boy. Something off. That feels like a good place to wrap it. Hopefully this was a save. This feels like a cutscene, so it feels like a good place to save. So we're going to exit and hopefully catch right up. Surely that was a save scene. And that has been Life is Strange True Colors. So it's going to be weird to take like a week off in between that chunk. I wish we would have gotten to the end of a chapter, but we didn't, and it just is what it is. But I will miss you all next Thursday. I'll be sad not to have another Wake with Nate True Colors next week. Maybe well, see, the thing is I don't want to bump it to a bonus stream time because that doesn't feel fair for the people that can't be there, that have been joining us every Thursday, you know what I mean? But regardless, yes, Sneaky said it best. See you in 2 hours over on the Discord, !Discord in the chat if you want to join that if you haven't already. We're going to be watching the Summer Game Fest opening showcase live together. I hope that you'll catch the whole Summer Game Fest. I will probably be watching a couple bits live. Maybe I'll hop in the Discord if I happen to be watching them at a given time. I would encourage our level 2 or our Guardians to feel free to host a time in the Watch Only channel. Message me about it if you want to get access, if you want to host a time. But I'm not going to watch all of them, but I will watch some of them, and if I'm at work, then I'll try and stream them as well. But Summer Game Fest, 3 o'clock Eastern time today. We're going to watch it together, and it should be a really fun time. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited for it. And we'll hopefully get some exciting announcements and things in there to get hyped about. Eastern. 3 p.m. Eastern. I know it's always very confusing. I really need to put all the time zones. It is 2 p.m. your time. So we have 2 hours. 2 hours. I'm going to go get lunch and write and edit and do some fun stuff like that. But I will catch, hopefully, most of you over in the Discord in that space, in that channel to hang out together. We're going to go raid somebody. Let's see who's live right now and what they're doing. Oh, Man, I can't tell what games anybody's playing. All right, let me just go straight to Twitch because I can't even tell what people are playing. Folks, is there anybody that you'd like to raid? Do we have any raid guides out there? Let's see. We have Diablo. Everybody's playing Diablo. We have, okay, we have Diablo, we have Call of Duty, and we have Rocket League. What would y'all rather see? Call of Duty, Rocket League, Diablo. I'll put out a quick poll. One minute on the clock. Vote for the one you would most like to raid off to. See you later, Sneaky. See you, Christina. See you, Mayfly. Do vote if you're here on where we're going to head next. Currently, we have no votes. We have a little less than 30 seconds, it looks like. But if we want to guide the raid, otherwise I'll just pick somebody at random, I suppose. I bet we would have gotten to the end of the chapter if Twig had not taken the full half hour of our first hour. And no votes. Okay, cool. Thanks, everybody. We're going to raid the people that have the smallest amount of viewers. That's what I normally like to do. So we're going to raid out to somebody playing Diablo. We're going to raid out to Azure Penguin. Uh-oh. Are they still alive? Azure Penguin Gaming playing Diablo 4. Folks, there are three things to be true about every single one of you out there. Number one, believe that God loves you. Number two, we love you. Number three, you matter. You're a person of sacred worth. The world is a better place. Why? Because you are in it. Folks, with that, until the next time that I see you, I hope that you're well. If you would do me a favor and you would use either our static You Matter, if you're just a follower, or if you would use our animated You Matter, if you are a subscriber, if you would let Azure Penguin and their community know that they do indeed matter. Until the next time that I see ya, bye-bye!